Live from Provost Humphrey Stadium on the campus of Lamar University, it's the Battle of the Border featuring the number 19 Lamar Cardinals against the McNeese Cowboys. Hi, everybody. Dan Gresham along with Lemont Williams. Nice to have you with us on a beautiful but warm November afternoon here in Southeast Texas. Lemont, it's rivalry week across the country. This one comes with a whole lot of history. You have to go all the way back to 1951. That's when they played the first game. But there may be pride at stake here, but there's more than that on the line as well.
Yes, sir. It's definitely on the line for Lamar Cardinals. You win, you're in the playoffs, and as we can see the standings, Lamar's in the hunt. Yeah,
this could possibly be a year where the Southland Conference actually gets 3 teams into postseason play. Some people will go, oh, that can't happen, never has happened. Yes, it has. 2014, the conference had 3 teams in. SFAN, they won the title. Southeastern won their game on Thursday, so they've got a record that shows that they're right up there with the best of them. Lamar, they win 9, and as you said, they're in, and they could even be better than that. Players to watch, going to have a quarterback switch for McNeese. Jake Strong had his career high last week. Oblique injury Tuesday at a workout. So Alex Flores, who's been the backup quarterback, will start today.
Yeah, Flores, a 6'2 junior out of California, has some huge offensive shoes to fill on the road versus aggressive Lamar's defense.
And Lamar, 2 quarterbacks all season long have gone back and forth between Robert Coleman, Aiden McCown. It will be the sophomore today getting the start. Coleman out for the rest of the season.
Yeah, McCown, the sophomore sensation, when healthy, led the Cardinals to 5 straight games. He needs to be competitive in the first half, be able to bring some energy that Lamar definitely need here in front of their home fans.
Yeah, one of the things that we have heard all week long from Pete Rossamondo is we've got to be better on offense. We have got to establish ourselves. Last week, Lamar loses to SFA, could not get any offense going in the first half.
Yeah, Lamar struggled on the road with both quarterbacks, and McCown's the guy that can complete passes with over 60% completing this season.
And, of course, McNeese coming into this one, as we said, 4-7 on the season, but excited and fired up in Lake Charles because a man very familiar to the community back at head coach. We're talking about Matt Viator. Record at Lamar, if you go back for his entire career, 82-40, but was away from Lake Charles for 10 years and is now back to lead this team. And, of course, for Lamar, it's Pete Rossamondo in his 3rd season at Lamar, winning records every single year, and a chance to set a record today if they can pick up their 9th of the season. Lamar, as you can see, won the toss. They are kicking off. Win not going to be that much of an issue, I don't think, but Lamar will have it at their back to start the game. Speaking of game conditions, let's go check things out down on the sideline. 3rd member of our broadcast team, Bob Slovak.
Hey, Dan, beautiful day for some football here in Beaumont, Texas. It is senior day here, and just moments ago before the game, 21 senior players in all recognized out on the field. Coach Rossamondo out there gave each one of them a big hug. They were presented with action shots, live action shots, and their families were recognized as well. Now, Coach Rossamondo told us he's blessed to have had each one of them on the team. They helped change the culture of Lamar football, changed it back into a winning program. Looking for one more win here today, make it 6-0 this season. Dan?
All right, thanks, Bob. We'll be checking in throughout the afternoon, and we'll talk some more about those seniors, of course. A lot of them on the starting defense for Lamar. You look up front, Christian Booker on the front line. Then you don't have to go very far, and you find Braden Faulkner, the linebacker, a senior. But let's talk about offense for McNeese coming into this game, averaging 23 points and outing. Will they be able to get that today, you think, with a backup quarterback?
Well, they have to. If they want to be competitive on the road in this rivalry game, they're going to have to go with the short, intermediate routes early to get Flores his rhythm and confidence against a very aggressive secondary with Lamar Cardinals.
We will see also number 19, Devin Lippold, the redshirt freshman at quarterback from time to time. He normally comes in short and 3rd down situations. Right now, though, 3rd and 4, he's not in. They stay with Alex Flores, the junior out of La Miranda, California. 2nd year at McNeese. Played a couple of years JUCO ball. In fact, a JUCO All-American, averaged 252 yards a game while playing JUCO. Gets covered up this time, going down in a pile of Lamar players. And there you see big number 99 being the first one to get in there and make the tackle. Talking about Salami.
Excellent job there for Lamar in their opening series here defensively. They had some coverage there, which forced Flores to step up in the pocket. And that defensive front, I talked about them being aggressive, brought them down for the first 3-and-out punt opportunity now for McNeese.
Fabricio Penton comes in, the senior from the Woodlands, leads the conference in punting. Gets this one away into the hands of a very dangerous Christian Faulkner. That time, obviously, McNeese did their homework, got him covered up before he could make up any ground. It's a guy that can break it open for you. In fact, he's done it earlier this season with a touchdown return. Now Lamar's turn to go to work on the offense. And again, there's number 14, the sophomore. Interesting story, Aiden McCowan, 3 years at Lamar, never took a snap. You know, he comes into this season, looks like he might not again because Robert Coleman, a fifth-year senior, comes back for one more year, but gets injured, and that's when McCowan gets his shot, and he makes the most of it, as you said, picked up 5 straight wins before he got injured.
Yeah, definitely McCown is the guy scoring deep early and often here.
Home run ball, downfield, double coverage, reception made. What a catch. Check that out again. How in the world did he manage to pull that down? That's Nair Jones.
And you see McCown goes to play action, rolling to go deep and catch the secondary sleeping, and Jones in double coverage had the concentration for the reception.
Swings it out short, still on his feet, finally bumped out. Inside the 15 for Lamar is going to be Jaden Gerard, the junior out of Florida. But how about that? Lamar, they've been known to do it before, especially with the McCowan, the long pass to open the game. 1st and 10. Carry up the middle that time. I was just looking to see, we have an injured player down on the field. Good crowd out for this final home game of the season.
Really good pace offensively right there by Lamar Cardinals. You see him pumped up as everyone's still celebrating the Jones catch. You want to get the confidence going with McCown. He's been out inconsistent the last couple of weeks due to injuries. And like I stated in the opening, when healthy, he led the team to 5 straight wins. We know he comes from a great background for his family, a football family. And if he can get going offensively, throwing the football, watch out for the Lamar offense this afternoon.
There's a player going off the field for McNeese. Amari Sibley seems to be okay. Yeah, 50-yard shot down the field by McCowan to start things off. And what else could the Cowboys do? Good double coverage downfield. He just split the backs. And then, of course, big catch by Jones.
Yeah, great throw, great catch by Jones. Give Lamar the confidence they needed, much needed, as they lacked it in the last couple of home games.
Now the ball resting at the 11-yard line. 1st down for Lamar. Send Fusilier in motion back the other way. McCowan kind of bobbles it. Looks to make up a couple of yards, and he does. The one thing that Lamar probably, and I don't know if it's in the back of his head or not, having been injured already a couple of times, McCowan goes down with an injury. Now you're down to the third-string quarterback.
Set prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty, replay. 1st down.
All right, so there you see procedure penalty against Lamar.
Yeah, Lamar with their first miscue here offensively and also a bad snap to McCowan. And to your point, Dan, they do not want to utilize McCowan as a runner. As you can see here in this replay once again, you can see the snap far left going to McCown. He bobbled it, and also they had the penalty.
So they'll repeat 1st down, but now they're backed up to the 15-yard line. McCowan swings it out. Major Bowden's got some room, gets it inside the 10. Bowden, the senior out of Waco, one of those honored before the game started. Had a career-high 23 carries in a win against Southeastern.
That's a good play call here. Watch this, Dan, as Bowden rolls out of the backfield untouched. McCown sold the fake and also came right back to Bowden to be able to get the positive yards closer, get him into the red zone and closer to the first down.
Jermaine Hargrave, one-on-one tackle, saves it from the touchdown. Get into the red zone, this team, 63% on a success rate. And you can add that one to it. A strike to Isaiah Jones ends the drive. And Lamar marches down the field pretty easily.
Excellent job there. Play action pass by McCown. Watch how he sells it to the running back and gets the 6'3" wide receiver on the post route as the quarterback hits Jones for the first touchdown in this rivalry game.
So 5 plays, 67 yards. Of course, 50 of that coming in a pass to Jones. And in comes Ben Woodard, PAT. No big surprise there.
Media timeout.
We have a timeout on the field. We'll take it as well. Lamar jumping off to a 7-zip lead. Long ball to Jones. Again, just split the defenders.
Excellent concentration there by Jones as the ball went up. Good pass there by McCown, the sophomore sensation. But Jones did the rest, bringing down the reception and setting the tone for Lamar offense.
So McCown on that drive, 4 for 4 for 75 yards and the touchdown.
Nice way to start.
A good way to start a game, no doubt. Woodard put it back in play. See, if the Cowboys can generate a little bit of offense, we mentioned this is what they call the battle of the border. You expect the excitement. Fumbled out of bounds that time by Cameron Senegal, the junior out of Zachary, but Cowboys will take over right at the 30-yard line. I think they're actually going to mark it back at about the 27. Here's a look at that fumble on the return.
You can see the defender comes back from the backside and knocks the football out. Unfortunately, they was not able to recover it. Goes out of bounds. But, Dan, to your point, we talked to Coach Rosamondo, and he talked about this rivalry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, change it quarterback, second series. Devin Lippold comes into the game for Flores. And if you're just joining us again, Jake Strong out. How about this? Reverse coming back the other way. It's going to be good for a first down. So Tyler Boffing, Offensive coordinator for the Cowboys already going to the sheet to find something that's a little bit different.
Yeah, you can see the trickery right here. The wide receiver reverse toss by the running back. Oh, look at the speed as he gets to the right-hand side and out of bounds for the first down.
Senegal picking up the first down. Lippold looks downfield but overthrows Senegal on his first pass, first pass of the day. Again, Jake Strong, who's been the starter for this Cowboy team, apparently injured in practice. You were talking about the speed. Look at him try to get around the end there. Lamar's pursuit is there, but they can't catch up.
No, not at all. I mean, it got set up there by the reverse, and they had to redirect, but also speed kills. And right there on that play, we saw that from the receiver.
Trevante Citizen in the backfield, along with Lippo, gets the carry. He's going to pick up maybe 3 or 4. Strong offensive line for this Cowboy team, starting 5 up front. Been pretty solid all season long. They've combined to play about 3,600 snaps, or 90% of the season. The same 5 guys across the front.
That's impressive. Consistency and continuity is what you need to see on the offensive line, and the Cowboys definitely bring that to the game this afternoon.
Knox, Bracken, Avila, Bresci, and Ossenbeck. Lippold's got one open in the flats. Catch made by Logan Malden, the tight end. Going to be short of the first down.
Huge third down here for the Cowboys. They went out 3 and out in the first series, and it looks like they're going to go another 3 and out as well.
Fourth down, on comes the punting team. You're right. Nice one-on-one tackle out in some wide open spaces there for Lamar. That was Trey Turner, the defensive back, coming up to make the stop. There's a look at Kendon Fusilier, one of the most dangerous returners in the Southland, if not in the country. And he's going to take this at the 4-yard line on a fair catch.
Media timeout.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. 8:25 to play in the first. Lamar, second possession.
Credit Union One Free Checking has everything you need to bank on the go. Make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app. And get your direct deposit up to 2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account in minutes at creditunion1.org.
Save $13,000 on a new Ford F-150. Hurry to Silsby Ford. We're going all out until we're all out of remaining 2025s. While they last, $39,015 for a new Ford F-150 Crew Cab. $39,015. That's $13,000 off. And get a $500 Walmart gift card with every trade-in, plus free window tint. So come to Silsby Ford in the heart of Silsby, Texas, USA.
So come get you one at Silsby Ford.
Credit Union One offers everything you need to get the most out of your accounts every day. With digital banking, you can pay bills online, set up personalized budgeting tools, easily transfer money between accounts, and more. Plus, you can get paid up to 2 days sooner when you set up direct deposit. Get started at cu1.com.
Potential. Experience. Impact. Future. At Lamar University, we create unimaginable opportunities. The world is changing, and so are we. Come see for yourself at Lamar University.
I have always enjoyed an active lifestyle, but the pain in my knees wore me down. The pain I experienced made it difficult to stand for even more than 5 minutes at a time. I was so tired of telling my grandsons, I can't play now, Nana's knees hurt. Then I had both knees replaced at Memorial, and now I'm back doing what I love, making pasta with my husband, hiking, and spending time with my grandkids. Next stop, Yellowstone. This is my life without joint pain.
Well, Lamar in their first possession goes 74 yards for the touchdown, but they're going to have their work cut out for them as they will take over their second possession on their own 4-yard line. Aiden McCowan standing in the end zone. Going to get some room to work now. as he gives it right up the middle to Raspberry.
Yeah, the running game is going to have to be their friend this game, especially during this series. If you're Lamar Cardinals, got off to a hot start offensively, going deep on the first play by McCown, but that's not going to help them in this series. They got to establish the running game and bring a balanced attack against this Cowboys defense.
Well, it truly has been a run game by committee. We've seen as many as 4 different running backs over the course of the season for Lamar. That's Xavier Coleman, a senior, transfer from Boston College. But McCown going deep again, hits the hands of his intended receiver, but can't hold on to it. Isaiah Jones. And I mean, that was another strike. Can't throw it much better than that. Good coverage.
Yeah, great coverage there by Bennett, number 13, at the cornerback in the man-to-man coverage against Jones at 6'3". Look at Bennett with the closing speed, not giving up his concentration, picking up that left hand and knocking down the football.
I was going to say, I think as much as Jones not being able to hold on to it, I think Bennett kind of got a hand in between there. But the strike was pretty perfect as far as the throw from McCown. Trips to the top of the screen. And we're going to have a timeout.
Lamar.
Taken by Lamar. It's their first of the half. We heard from Austin Mikasa there, the referee. So look inside the huddle. We mentioned that Aiden McCowan comes from some pretty good stock. Dad, Josh, if the name sounds familiar, well, it should. 18-year veteran in the NFL, floated around the league. There's a look at Robert Coleman, who has had a tough season, came back. Everybody thought he was gone, injured his collarbone, came out after the second game, was replaced by McCown, then recoups it, comes back in after 5 games, and injures it again in the last game. And now he is out for the season.
Yeah, very tough player, Coleman, and finished up his career injured, but he was definitely an asset for the last 2.5, 3 seasons for Lamar Cardinals as they won consecutive winning seasons under the leadership of Robert Coleman.
McCown feeling a little pressure that time from Lamar Rush. Can't make the connection, so it'll bring up a 4th down. Lamar will send in the punting unit for the first time, and Mason Stallings, the freshman out of Frisco, Texas, will step in to punt it away. Averages about 40 yards a kick. Back deep for McNeese will be number 12, and that is going to be Matthew McAllister. The kick is away, end over end, bounces at the 50, takes a great bounce, and it is picked up and will go out at about the 42-yard line. No, they're going to mark it back at the 38, and that's where McNeese will go to work right after this. 7:28 left in the first. Let's see if the McNeese Cowboys can find some offense, or I guess more sustainable offense. They found some in their last possession and then stalled out and had to kick it away. They're going to go with Lippold again at quarterback. In the backfield, they go to Bryce Strong. Strong, nice carry for a first. He's going to probably push up 5 yards, so bring up a 2nd and 5.
Well, Dan, it's going to see how this quarterback exchange every other series is going to work for the Cowboys on the road. I don't believe it's going to be consistent. You got to have someone in there in consecutive series to be able to develop some kind of offensive flow here on the road.
Flores again at quarterback. Looks, goes to the flat, almost picked off and dropped. Paul Amodia jumps right in front of the intended receiver. I thought he was going to the house.
Yeah, take a look at this. Amodia knew exactly where Flores was going with the football and timed it very well. Unfortunately, he couldn't get his hands all the way around the football for the INT.
Jumps right in front of Jesse Campbell. Amodia with no INTs on the season. Would love to have had that one. So now 3rd and 5. Double wideouts to the top of the screen. Ooh, Flores for the backside. Fumble. It's loose. Lamar tries to fall on it. The ball under the scrum, and it was loose. I think the Cowboys may have come up with it. We'll see. It looked like it got underneath a Lamar player and squirted out, but the players say no.
Ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. First down, Lamar.
Excellent job there by Lamar's defense as they brought the outside pressure from the top side of the field. The quarterback couldn't see it. Take a look at this replay here. Watch the defensive end come unblocked as he hits Flores, and the ball jars out and fumble as Lamar recovers and get their first turnover here in the first half.
Yeah, Flores never knew what hit him. Came from the backside. If we get a different angle, I'd be able to see exactly who that was that came in. I wasn't sure if it was maybe Booker from one side. Either way, Lamar now with possession. Ball resting at the 43-yard line. Got trips to the top. Going to give it up the middle. It's going to be a no-go. Maybe a yard.
And Dan, if you're Coach Rosamondo and the offensive coordinator, you're preaching points off turnovers. You have the momentum right now, offensively and defensively. You can put the Cowboys definitely on their heels here on the road if you can be able to produce some points off turnovers right here with this series.
Mark Felder, the big defensive lineman, stepping up, making the stop, giving Lamar now 2nd, and we'll call it 10, but it may be 9. Out of the eye. Fakes the give, confusion. McCowan has to eat it.
Busted play there by the Cardinals. Give credit to the Cowboys defense. Number 44 coming in.
Yep, Philip Bradford. Junior out of Monroe, first in the Southland Conference, 20th in the country when it comes to tackles for losses. Now you see why.
Yeah, you can see in the replay, Dan, that it looks like the running back went the wrong route or ran the wrong way and forced McCown to keep the football and take the sack.
Xavier Coleman in the backfield with McCowan. Now 3rd and 13. McCowan steps up, batted down at the line.
Ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. 4th down.
Yeah, bad break there for McCown. He got happy feet in the pocket. He felt the pressure coming. Instead of standing tall and waiting for the receiver to get open, he just stepped up front. Watch his feet. His happy feet right there, forced the football up high and batted down by the defensive lineman.
Great play. You know, the linebacker's the defensive lineman. Keep your contact and then throw your hands up at the last minute. Well played. Scooter punt. Taken at the 13. Nice pooch shot there for Lamar. But coming up empty off that turnover.
Yeah, you definitely want to try to get points off turnovers, and Lamar failed to do that in that last series. Could really put the Cowboys on their heels defensively, but the Cowboys stepped up big. Give credit to their front seven, especially their defensive line, bringing pressure up front and rattling McCown in that last series.
And the Cowboys coming into this one 4-7 on the season. Lippold, the quarterback for this series, number 19. Mentioned a redshirt freshman, swings it out into the flats to Logan Malden. Maybe good for 3 or 4.
Again, Dan, I want to see how Lippo and Flores can develop some kind of offensive chemistry for the Cowboys on the road. When you go every other series like that, you know, it's kind of hard as an offensive player, especially when you get different cadence from different quarterbacks, even though you practice it during the week.
Well, but you know as well as I do, yeah, you practice it, but the ones go with the ones, 2 with the 2s, 3 with the 3s. So
absolutely,
you don't necessarily do it together, usually as units. So that's good enough for the first down on that carry.
Yeah, the running game is definitely has to be McNeese's friend here on the road. Control the clock and try to move the ball down the field.
Second first down of the game for the Cowboys. Again, run it off the right side. Bouncing through is Ham, the senior from Spring, Texas. Picks up another first down.
Great hard run there by Ham. Took the contact and kept on bouncing. Take a look at this here. Watch it as he gets to the line of scrimmage. Boom, he gets hit by Faulkner, the linebacker, and never stopped moving his legs as he picks up the first down for the Cowboys.
Yeah, finally, Marmar Evans, the safety, coming up to make the stop, but not before the first down. Cowboys on the move. Lippold looks twice. Has to look off receivers. He's going deep and overthrows his intended receiver. There you see Josh Jackson, the freshman out of New Orleans. Started his college career at UAB before transferring to McNeese. It's a good look at that Lamar defense. Yeah. Solid unit, average giving up 23 points a game. And boy, have they had the pressure put on them
this season.
The last 3 games of this season.
They have played huge for Lamar throughout this season. No doubt about that.
Second down now. Leopold going to give it right up the middle. This time Lamar collapses after a gain of 2.
Wouldn't be surprised if Lippo decides to keep one of those quarterbacks in the rounds, pick it to the running back and keep it, because he's selling it real well to the running back. You see, as everyone collapses, he might have an opportunity to keep it here if he run it again on this third down.
Going to have a third down and long situation. See if Lamar comes with the blitz on the far side. They're showing it. Now, also on the low side, they do come with a blitz. Poe gets it away, but the pressure felt from both sides.
Great job there by Lamar disguising their defense and who was bringing the blitz. As you mentioned, Dan, they didn't bring it from the strong side. They brought it from the backside, which forced the quarterback to throw it up high and out of bounds.
Leopold will go to the sidelines back deep. Fusilier for Lamar. I mentioned this is a dangerous player. Punt away from Fabricio Pinton, and this one a fair catch for Lamar at the 14-yard line. So to this point, Fusilier not able to make much of anything out of those punt returns.
Now he's eventually going to take his chance. You know, he's a risk taker, and as the game goes along, he will take that chance and try to return it for Lamar.
Let's talk just a couple of seconds about postseason play. We mentioned Lamar coming into this one. They've got 8 wins on the season. 2 of those wins over top 20 opponents. Mm-hmm. Most of the experts seem to be saying that if Lamar were to win today, they're a shoo-in. That's not a problem. Might even be in talk about the 16 seeds.
Yep.
Possibly.
Possible.
And if they lose, they might even still have a chance to get in just based on their record and the teams that they played. What a nice rip of a run right there. 40 and out at the 45-yard line. That is going to be McDowell.
That was an excellent run there by McDowell. Great job up front by the offensive line to springboard him down the field for the first down.
Lamar going quick on offense after the big pickup. Looking downfield. Going into coverage. Tip drill. McNeese coming up with it. Nice focus that time by Shoes Brinkley, the junior out of Philadelphia. Leading
The
tackler
ruling
for
on the
this team.
field is an interception recovered by the defense. First down, McNeese.
Yeah, McCown goes with the play action, forces it in to Gerard, but there goes the safety for McNeese at the right place at the right time for the INT.
But let's give some credit to Mason Edwards applying the pressure across the middle, forcing the tip. That's the third INT of the season for Brinkley. And that will bring out the offense on the turnover. Let's see if the Cowboys can convert some points out of a turnover here at midfield.
Will definitely need some points to get back into this game. Their defense is playing solid so far.
Going to keep it on the ground, slant to the right side. Pick up of maybe 3 by Bryce Strong. It's been a tough season for the Cowboys. I mean, you know, if you're familiar with McNeese football, they've had so much success through the year. In fact, this is the longest stretch without a winning season in the history of the program. They haven't had one since 2019. Good bounce right there. Initially went to the right side, bounce it, cuts it back to the left. Strong does with the big gainer.
Yeah, I really like that effort there by Bryce Strong, the senior running back out of California. Take a look at this replay here, Dan, as he gets the handoff, takes one hit, keeps his balance, takes another hit, and lean forwards for another 2 more yards. Great hard run there by Strong.
Yeah, Christian Pugh, the cornerback, you saw him come in and make the initial hit, but doesn't wrap him up. Now 1st and 10 again. Trick play, razzle dazzle, get it back to the quarterback. The receiver's open, makes the catch, and is down to the 2-yard line. Reed Boyd, the tight end.
Unbelievable job there by the quarterback and Boyd to complete that flea flicker. As Boyd, the junior, the 6'1" out of Lake Charles, Louisiana, comes up big for the Cowboys. Here's the replay here. As you can see, the running back flips it to the receiver, back to the quarterback. Flores goes deep to Boyd. Excellent job catching the ball at the highest point and also getting the Cowboys in the red zone.
Amodio's there for Lamar, all over him, but a great catch. And now it's going to be 1st and goal to go for the Cowboys, looking to tie this one up here in the first. Straight ahead. Strong, maybe a yard. Lamar going with that goal line defense. Jacoby Fareed, the sophomore out of League City, in on the tackle.
We've seen Lamar throughout the season play strong in the red zone. They're going to definitely have to dig deep here as we come to the end of the first quarter.
That is the end of the first quarter.
So we'll take a break, turn it around. Lamar leading 7-0, but the Cowboys knocking on the door. to Lamar. Battle of the border, trying to get on the board here at the beginning of the second. Interception at the 49-yard line to Lamar. Now they're all the way down at the 2. Lippold takes the snap, goes right, going to keep it for himself, will not reach the goal line. Lamar's defense, something they have done all season, bend but not break easily.
Yeah, especially in the red zone, they have not break quite often, especially at home. As Lippo at 6'3", 240, 41, trying to lean in for a touchdown, was denied there by the defensive line of the Cardinals.
Now again, remember, Lippold has played this season, probably more than Flores, but in a third down situation and short yardage situations. In the red zone again, this time, Lippold keeps stacked up, caught at the 2. What a great play. Who's down at the bottom of that pile holding on to some legs? We'll see who gets up.
I think it's Faulkner that was the first person on contact there, number 17. Take a look at this replay here. Watch 17 come to your shot, takes out the legs of Lippo, and everybody else is trying to clean up on top.
Holding on for dear life and standing it up. It's going to force a fourth down situation, and it looks like Matt Viator is going to option to go for it here on fourth down and goal to go. Stacking them up in the backfield. Gives it to the second man through. Denied at the goal line.
I don't think he got in.
Colby Ham met at the line of scrimmage. I don't think he crossed it either. No indication from the officials. You see Lamar players coming up saying they held. What a big stand for Lamar defense.
Excellent job there by Lamar's defense. We talked about them bending but not breaking, especially in the red zone at home. And that was a phenomenal job there to be able to stay put and not give up a touchdown.
There's another look. Ham goes into the middle and contact made immediately. So Lamar now taking over at their own 1 yard line, but denying McNeese a chance to put some points on the board on a turnover. Weighted side left, just going to try to get a little bit of room. So McCowan with the keeper.
Yeah, Lamar goes with a design quarterback keeper to give some breathing room to help establish this offense during this series. It's a quarterback keeper right behind the left guard.
Put a couple of tight ends, weighted over to one side.
Kind of fooled them a little bit.
Go right up the middle. Got a couple of yards. Still going to be standing in his own end zone, going out of the shotgun. Double wideouts to the wide side. Single back in the backfield. Going to give it to him, going right up the middle. And picking up maybe 5 or maybe 4 yards. I'm not going to give him 5 on that one. Is Joshua Robinson. The sophomore transfer. There you see him going off the left guard.
Yeah, just a simple handoff there to Robertson again to establish some breathing room for McCowan in this offense.
So 3rd and 3 for the Cardinals. Leading this one by 7. Right up the middle. Takes a pretty big effort to bring him down. I think Robinson might have gotten the first down.
I believe so too,
on
Dan.
Second effort.
Yeah, I believe he got it. Great offensive line play up front, open up the holes. Robertson took the initial contact by number 99 and number 44 for McNeese, and never stopped his legs from moving to pick up the first down.
Now, Philip Bradford making the initial contact. So Lamar managing a first down. Their 5th of the game. McCowan with a little room, rolls right, looks downfield, throws it deep. Not going to get to his intended receiver. Felt a little bit pressure from the backside, I think, when he let that one go.
Yeah, he absolutely did get pressure from the backside. Also had pressure in front of his face as well. didn't seem to me that he got his feet set as well as he was rolling to the right. Let's take a look at this replay here. McCown feels the pressure coming from the backside, and he gets pressure in the front of him as well and just throws it up for grabs.
Yeah, already had one batted down. I think he looked up and saw some pretty big mitts in front of him. McGowan, as we mentioned, dad now quarterback coach for the Minnesota Vikings, so his football IQ pretty darn high. Nice move into the middle that time. McDowell, we're talking to Pete Rossalmondo, the head coach for Lamar. He's saying, what we didn't do against SFA and what we haven't done in games that we haven't been successful is pick up significant yardage on first and second down and put ourselves behind the sticks when we get to third.
And he was talking about also not executing the plays. I mean, when you needed to have execution, they lacked that, especially on the road against Stephen F. Austin.
5 receivers, 3 to the top. McCowan with time, looks off a couple, almost throws another interception. Not sure if it was an issue with routes or just missed throw. Give it a look.
He had the protection there up front. Just threw it a little too high to his receiver.
Didn't really have any mustard on it either. Kind of came out wobbly that time. So
just loaded it out there.
It's going to bring out Mason Stallings to punt it away for Lamar. He'll stand at his own 5-yard line. Meanwhile, back for the Cowboys will go Matthew McAllister.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense number 9, 5-yard penalty remains, 4th down.
Normally you don't worry too much about that. There's a look at Pete Rossalmondo, not happy.
At all. Coach Rossalmondo will work these officials throughout each and every quarter. They got to bring their lunch pail as well because he's going to work them on that sideline.
So now Stallings will stand on the goal line. No heavy rush, gets the kickoff. Nice spiral, turns over. McAllister at the 41 makes a move. Gets out right to the 49. Sometimes these kind of games come down to that one explosive play. Nice return, and we'll take the break. We've got 10:33 left to play in this one. You're watching Southland Conference football on ESPN.
It's brutal. So slow.
Good thing we brought Jersey Mike's. Is that Danny DeVito?
Don't worry about me. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's. And at Jersey Mike's, the subs matter most. Freshly sliced right in front of you. That's what matters here. Almost forgot. I found your ball.
It's a rock.
Where the subs matter most. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
Hey, what's up, roomie? I got us some Jersey Mike subs.
Danny DeVito? Are you my freshman roommate?
And that doesn't matter. This is a Jersey Mike's commercial where the subs matter most. I mean, look how big that is. We can eat that for lunch and for dinner. Hey, we eat that. Hey, who let the rents in? You want a Jersey Mike's?
Introduce us to your new roommate.
Mom, it's Danny DeVito.
That's mine. Don't touch it. Where the subs matter most. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Back in Provost Humphreys Stadium, a final regular season game for both these teams. This game better known as the Battle of the Border. Let's check in with Bob Slovak down on the sidelines.
All right, back here with the action here. The McNeese playing with another short field. You know, the Cowboys came in just 4-7, but Coach Rossamondo, he said it. He goes, hey, this is going to be a battle of the border. The McNeese rotating those backup quarterbacks, but they're pulling out all stops, reverses, double reverse passes. So far, the Lamar defense has been up to the task. Again, they're going to have to turn back the Cowboys with the short field. Dan?
All right, thanks, Bob. You're right. Come out. They pick up 8 on the first down. And it looks like maybe just going with Lippold as the quarterback here after starting with the alternation on a couple of series. And he's in trouble as Jaden Ronan, the senior out of Katy, getting a little help getting in there. There you see Malola's also in there, the junior from Cyprus.
Good pressure up front by the defensive line. Watch this as the pocket collapses on the quarterback. Nothing but red jerseys around him as he goes down for another sack. That's 3 sacks for Lamar here in this first half.
And this offensive line for the Cowboys, again, trying the best they can, but, you know, eventually you wait too long, somebody's going to get around you one side or the other. Here comes the pressure again up the middle. Leopold has to go up top. Caught. Let's see. Marked as a reception.
Yeah, excellent job there. Great catch.
At the 31-yard line as he goes downfield to C.J. DeVille. He's got 4 catches, a career high last week, and now adds 1 more. Look at that. Yeah, definitely 1 foot in.
Is a completed catch for a first down.
The
previous play is under further review.
Yeah, it's going to be under review, definitely. If we get a chance to look at it as well in the replay after this break.
All right, we'll be back with more right after this. By Curtis DeVille. Looks pretty clear to us, but we'll see. They say they're looking at the placement of the right foot, but it looks well in.
Yeah. It looks
and
like
possession is not an issue. He's got it all the way to the ground.
Yeah, that's definitely a catch by C.J. DeVille. Excellent concentration to come down and with the foot.
After review, the ruling on the field is upheld. First down, McNeese.
So big catch for DeVille. Moves the sticks and gives the Cowboys 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line of Lamar.
Yeah, it gives Cowboys a chance to continue to extend this drive and sustain themselves offensively, because before that, I mean, Lamar was running a lot of pressure and bringing down the quarterback with sacks.
Lippold, 2 wide outs to the top of the screen. Keeper up the middle, escapes one. As coming in quickly that time was Beeman, the linebacker for Lamar, and Lippold kind of sidesteps and picks up maybe 3. And again, while this may be kind of Lippold's debut as a starter, as the main quarterback, didn't start the game, it's not like he hasn't had the experience. We mentioned that he's been playing short drives. Not a lot, though. In fact, he only had 10 carries coming in. He's probably got close to that already. Nice break. Using the official to his advantage is Trevante Citizen. And he's going to be good for about 15 all the way inside to the 14-yard line.
Yeah, strong run there by Citizen, and then you can start to see that the Cowboys are starting to wear down the Cardinals' defensive front. Watch this play here. Citizen gets the ball. Oh, great jump cut there by the running back to be able to get away from the first defender. And as he got to the second level, he just used his muscles to be able to run down and pick up some more yards.
Yeah, I saw 35, C.J. Miller, the linebacker. He just ran past him. So Lippold out of the shotgun with a 1st and 10. Looking into the end zone, doesn't see anything, tucks and runs. Gets it down to about the 7.
You know, Dan,
just short. I'm sorry, of a 1st down.
No, I'm saying, Lippo is really not a runner, but he's not afraid to run.
Well, I mean, as we mentioned, that's kind of what his job has been all season long. Come in those 3rd down situations, short and 3rd.
Yeah, he's a short down running quarterback, but this play right here is really good for them to be able to extend the drive.
Well, and he's a pretty good physical specimen.
Yeah.
He's 6'3", so I mean,
Yeah. 6'3", 241 at that. That's like a running back.
2nd down. Keeper again looking for room into the end zone. Lippold on the keeper. And that was just pure design. No idea to do anything else on that one.
No, not at all. Lippo, we just said right on cue that he's not afraid to run the football, and he has a lot of experience doing that for the Cowboys. And right there, he got them back into the game. Take a look at this replay. Play action, quarterback design, keeper drew in the linebacker, and it was all the quarterback after that. He leaned in for the Cowboys' first touchdown.
Yeah, once Lippold saw that little opening there, he just went right through it into the end zone. And here comes the PAT from Penton. Pretty much automatic, and we are knotted up at 7 in
Media
Beaumont.
timeout.
Hey, what's up, roomie?
Danny DeVito? Are you my freshman roommate?
And that doesn't matter. This is a Jersey Mike's commercial where the subs matter most.
You took both bunks.
I got a lot of stuff. Where the subs matter most. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
In my Louisiana, sunrise means fresh seafood on the table.
In my Louisiana, every meal is a celebration.
My Louisiana really makes me wonder.
Ours is fast!
With real-life swamp creatures!
In my Louisiana, music is a way of life.
My Louisiana is sheer magic, from sun up to sundown.
Till sunup again. What will your Louisiana be?
When you find your Louisiana, you feed your soul.
Does our mascot look like Danny DeVito to you?
That doesn't matter. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's, where the subs matter most. Yeah! Ooh. Focus on those subs. Where the subs matter most. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Welcome to Casati Pines at Coshada, nestled in the natural wetlands of southwest Louisiana on 65 acres of looking glass lakes, surrounded by stately pines and live oaks. It's an experience unlike any other. A challenging 18-hole par 72 championship course, 6 sets of tees, and a unique 19th tiebreaker hole. Ranked the 18th best golf course in the USA by Golf Advisor. Casati Pines at Coshada in Kinder, Louisiana. Louisiana's best bet.
Yeah.
Glad we got Jersey Mike's for the game.
Wait, does our mascot look like Danny DeVito to you?
Yeah, it does. That doesn't matter. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's, where the subs matter most. Freshly sliced right in front of you. That's what they're all about.
You on the cheer squad?
And up to see Daisy. Yeah!
Ooh.
Oh, don't worry about me. Focus on those subs. Where the subs matter most. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Back on the campus of Lamar University, Provost Humphreys Stadium, where it's 7-7 in the Battle of the Border 48th meeting between these two teams. We knew from the beginning, talking to both these coaches, you can throw the records out the window.
Yep.
Because when it comes down to one of these kind of rivalry games, anything can happen. And right now, we got a battle on our hands between the Cardinals and the Cowboys. And knee taken for the touchback. So the Cowboys, 7 plays, 51 yards, eat up 338. And it ends with Lippo going in from 7 yards out. Of course, you're just joining us. Lamar scoring on their first possession. A 50 yards pass set them up in good position, and they score from there. But since then, their offense has been a bit stalled out.
Yeah, they have not been consistent as we saw in the first series. And like you said, Dan, this is a rivalry game. It's all about heart and desire. And a lot of heart was shown on that last series by the Cowboys to get back into this game to tie it up 7-7.
Of course, also turnovers, already a big part of this story for both teams. Lamar keeping it on the ground, picking up maybe 2 yards is more.
You know, what we need to see a little bit more from Lamar, especially offensively, is, they got to take a little bit more chances, especially in the passing game. You can't just rely on the first 3 down running the football, and if you don't pick the first down up or get close to the first down, you end up punting. So you have to be able to open it up a little bit for McCown to be able to utilize his skill set here in this series.
Comes the blitz for the Cowboys, cutting it back the way. See a flag fly back in the backfield. McDowell, good yardage, but I got a feeling may be coming back.
Holding. Offense number 79. 10-yard penalty for the previous spot. Replay, second down.
Yeah, that's tough for Lamar right there. Holding call, especially on the running play. I mean, you typically see more holding on the passing, but, running, you got to get to the spot. And Lamar's call holding, you can see right there by number 74 at the top of your screen.
They called it on 79, Reggie Brooks, the left guard. Either way, cost Lamar the gain +5, so now a long second down situation. Again, operating from deep in their own territory. McCowan, wide open receiver, catch made. Just lays it out there to the tight end, Ja'Cory Hyder.
That helped.
Got a big target. Hyder, 6'3", 252.
Yeah, McCown loves his tight ends, especially when he can find them open like that to pick up the first down.
Lamar, quick snap. Going to keep it on the ground. The old rugby scrum method, right? Put him in there and everybody push. Got a lot of folks to do that. You saw number 58, Elias Ripley. Congratulations to him on his time here at Lamar. One of those players that came with Pete Rosamondo 3 years ago. Third year here at Lamar. Senior, Knox Boyd a senior, Reggie Brooks a senior. All of them up on the front line for Lamar. McCowan gives another flag.
Yeah. Might be holding, thrown by the umpire.
Peyton Lamar making the tackle, but
holding. Offense number 79. 10-yard penalty for the previous spot. Replay, second down.
So second time in this drive.
Yep, consecutive holds
for Lamar. See if we can get a look up front, see exactly what's going on.
Yeah, that's actually the second hold on the same person.
Exactly, right there, yep.
He bear hugged.
It was very effective, though. Made a big hole for the running back.
That wasn't a hole, that was a bear hug.
Unfortunately, it's that 1 step forward, 2 steps back. McCowan fakes it, goes across the middle, finds his intended receiver. Short of the first down is Isaiah Jones, the senior out of Normandy, Texas. 4th year here with Lamar, comes into the game. 18 catches, 205 yards.
Lamar comes with a quick play here, Dan. To try to get the first down. Nothing doing.
McCowan in trouble.
Yeah. Tried to catch the Cowboys off guard, Dan, and didn't work.
get a chance to see that one again. It's going to bring up a 4th down situation.
Ouch. That hurts.
But he just, watch him go to his right on the keeper. And, boy, as soon as he did, right there to meet him is Landon Barrett, the linebacker. You can see Pete not happy.
Yeah, very much so.
Rosamondo.
He should be. I mean, for them to go with the up-tempo style and try to catch the defense off guard, they don't want to look off guard as the Cowboys stopped them for another 3 and out.
Stallings with the punt. Fair catch, caught and called and made at the 22. And that's where McNeese will go to work. You look at the numbers, McCowan 6 for 12 for 112 yards through the air. Lippold 3 for 6 for 28 yards. When it comes to rushing, Lamar with 58 yards, McNeese 101. So they kind of flip-flop. Lamar winning it through the air, Cowboys winning it on the ground.
And that's what's really helped the Cowboys get back into this rivalry game. The old-fashioned way is just running, pounding ground against Lamar's defense.
Lippold going across the middle, tipped by the linebacker. And as you can see, Braden Faulkner with his hands on his head. He wanted that one. You'll see him get his hands on it on the drop right there.
Yeah.
Almost still made it to his intended receiver, Jackson.
It just felt like the play just dragged on for the quarterback, for his receiver to come open. It really helped out the linebacker on that last one, too.
Out of the shotgun. Quick pass into the flats, incomplete. Looking for Jackson.
I like the defensive play there by the defensive coordinator. Dialed up a blitz package, especially up the middle with the linebackers, putting that pressure on the quarterback to force the throw. Watch this replay here. As you see the pressure coming, he just throws it up high, not out of bounds.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 10 at the 21 for the McNeese Cowboys and Devin Lippold.
If I'm Lamar right now, Dan, I'm coming with another blitz package to keep him on his heels.
See Royce Mallows, number 4 on the outside, only come with 3, get no pressure, and the pass is out, but is it caught? They are going to call it a completion, I believe.
Actually, a low pass.
Swung it out to Mekhi Paris.
Look how low this pass was, Dan, from the quarterback to the receiver. I didn't think he caught it.
Oh, yeah, he did. Right into the gut.
Yeah.
Good catch.
Yeah. Actually, good throw. Throw it low enough where only your receiver can make the play.
There's a look at Paris, the sophomore out of New Orleans. Lined up, stacked to the top. And give it instead to Ham right up the middle. Ham now with 35 yards on the afternoon to lead McNeese's running game. Off the left side.
Back-to-back runs to Ham.
Maybe a yard.
Yep.
But we'll put him in good position for 3rd down. It'll be 3rd and short.
And it also helps them continue to control the clock late in the second quarter going into halftime. Going to get a timeout here at the 2-minute timeout.
Yeah, they'll let it roll down to the 2-minute timeout.
The 2-minute timeout.
We'll take it with them. We'll come back, see how it plays out as we head for halftime, all tied up at 7. You're watching Southland Conference football on ESPN. Birmingham. 7-7, 2 to play till the half in the Battle of the Border for 2025. We mentioned certainly a game of tradition and pride, but also that one that has implications for Lamar as we move towards FCS postseason play. If they can pick up their 9th win of the season, mix that in with a couple of wins over ranked teams, who knows? Selection Sunday coming up tomorrow. You
win, you're in. And now,
I think there's a possibility, honestly, even with the conversation.
Prior to the snap, we have a video review for the line of game being reached, the ruling on the field.
Okay, so they'll take a look to see exactly what they need to reach, I guess, for that first down. I'm not sure exactly. I think that was the suggestion.
Yeah, it's very clear from here, from the press box, that he picked up the first down. But again, they always take a look at the review and want to make sure he got enough yardage. Here's the play here as a quarterback. He's the design quarterback keeper. You can see he's got more than 1 yard.
Oh, yeah, easily. Yeah, I think they won't take long to figure that out. I think we have a graphic that shows, we have the possibility, the Southland Conference having 3 teams represented in FCS postseason play. SFA is more or less a lock. I mean, because they have already won the conference regular season, so they get an automatic bid. They're in. Then the question became whether Southeastern will get in. And there's a very good chance, a lot of people say that they should. They'll have to get an at-large bid, but they only have 1 FCS loss, and that was to Lamar.
After review,
and they've got a strong
on the field
record.
is upheld. First down, McNeese.
So there's the ruling. Again, it is a first down. And then Lamar, as we said, even I think if they lost this one, with their wins over 2 ranked teams, I think strength of schedule may be enough. We'd have to see. Might be last 4 in. But there's also a chance you win. Some people are saying that might be in the conversation for a 16 seat.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Coach Rosamando, you want to win. You want to control your destiny.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You want to control the things you can control. And we talked about that this week on the conference call is we win, there's a possibility we can control our destiny.
Yeah, and if you're Matt Viator, there's nothing you'd like to do more than keep them from having that opportunity.
Especially your rival.
Yeah, the battle. It's an exciting time, I'd have to think. It's been a tough season, as we mentioned, for the Cowboys. But at the same time, first season back for Matt Viator after a decade away. And this is a coach, previous 10 years he won, 10 winning seasons, 5 playoff games, numerous Southland Conference championships. Obviously hoping for a repeat performance as he gets into his second year. That'll be good enough for a first down. That run with Citizen right up the middle.
They're wearing down Lamar's defense right now. This running game is steady, strong and steady for the Cowboys here late in the second quarter.
So it's going to be 3rd and short. They're going to go with Citizen again. He's met at the line of scrimmage by Christian Pugh. Another one of those seniors. What a great career he has had here at Lamar. Beaumont native, played his high school ball here in Southeast Texas, made the decision to stay at home and has had a stellar career.
Outstanding performer for Lamar and consistent. Coach Rosamano speaks high praise about him and thinks that he's
There's
a
no foul
hard-nosed
for
player.
intentional grounding. Number 3 was in the area.
So again, kind of looks like Cowboys just playing out the clock here. I wouldn't be surprised if they get a chance they don't open up with one long, though.
It's a possibility.
What do you got to lose here?
It's a possibility. On the second down, I would see them continue to run the football more. They have success running this ball right down the middle or either on the outside edge against this Cardinals defensive line.
Well, to me, if you're content to go in tight at the half, but get it off just in time.
There it is.
Stepping out, smart move, stop the clock. Inside the 40-yard line, the catch out to Logan Malden. It's the team last week, 441 yards of total offense. against UT Rio Grande Valley. And in fact, it was their third straight game of 400-plus yards. Halfway there now, 203 here in the first half. Lippold, again, you're right, run up the middle, breaking free, getting a little bit of room is Citizen.
It's not broke, don't fix it. If you're Citizen, keep running the football north and south against this Cardinals defense. They cannot stop you.
Timeout. McNeese, their first charge of the half.
Cowboys going to make sure they got everything in order with 34 seconds left, know what they're going to do. Yes, Citizen now with better than 40 yards.
And on the flip side, if you're Coach Rossamano, you're telling your defensive coordinator and your defensive players, look, let's not dig our way into a hole before halftime. Let's finish at least tied 7-7 and not give up any points.
Ryan McCarthy, the DC for Lamar. It's interesting the way things have changed in college football, certainly since my playing days. But, you know, the idea that coaches out on the field almost in the huddle during timeouts. I mean, I maybe when you played, I wasn't that way when I played. You know, coaches seemed to stay behind the lines.
Stayed on the sideline.
1st and 10. Lippold looking, finds his receiver. Catch to Paris.
It looks like McNeese is going to burn a timeout as well.
Well, I would think you want to come away with some kind of points.
Their second charge of the half.
Out of this one, I mean, you're too close to walk away with nothing, even if it's a field goal, because Penton, pretty solid. He's 5 of 7 on the year, has a long of 47.
Yeah, that's what I believe that's going to happen for the Cowboys. They're setting this thing up, possibly run another running play to get the first down.
Maybe center it up.
Center it up and for a field goal. Because they pretty much control midway from the second quarter all the way to now the momentum and time of possession. They just really control Lamar's defense box from Citizen running the football and the quarterback.
Mentioned Lamar came out first drive, goes 74 yards, including a 50-yard pass. Looked like they were going to come out and roll, and next possession stalled out, and then through the interception, not been able to generate much offense. McNeese bouncing right back after a slow start and threatening again. Keeper up the middle, Leopold. Goes down at the 5. They may not be satisfied.
You got to get back to the line of scrimmage if you want to get a quick playoff. Clock it.
Yeah, just going to stop the clock. 17 seconds left. Now they know the play call. Everybody on the same page.
Dan, I believe he'd take another shot at the end zone if you're Leopold. I mean, picked up the first down. Why not? You have one more time out to burn. You know, you decide to do a quarterback keeper and run it. You can get close to the goal line for a field goal or a touchdown.
Lamar bringing 4. Looking into the end zone. Leopold puts it up.
There's a flag.
Going to be a flag in the end zone, no doubt, against Christian Pugh as Paris got inside of them. And Pugh just almost ran over him when he stopped to come back in his route. Watch this.
Yeah, you can definitely tell Pugh was
Pass
beat.
interference. Defense number 1. Ball will be placed to the spot. Play will be placed to the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
Yeah, you can definitely tell Pugh was beat off the gate, and he was trying to recover.
Well, I think what Pugh's complaint is that the receiver pulls up short on him, and he has no recourse but to run into him from behind.
It sounds good in theory, but
I don't think it's going to work.
It's never going to work.
I'm just saying that's what I feel like he came up saying. But again, doesn't matter. It's going to be placed at the 2 with 13 seconds left. And
here come the jumbo package. Got 2 fullbacks.
And now Lamar will take a timeout.
Timeout. Lamar, their second charge of the half.
Again, both of these teams you just want to explore all possibilities, and also, of course, make them think about it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, again, remember in the first quarter, bend but not breaking, Lamar was in the red zone, and they had stopped him right on the 1-yard line on that fourth down play, which gave Lamar the momentum defensively throughout the first quarter, midway through the second. But right now, I don't feel that same confidence from Lamar. What I'm seeing is that they're desperate, and they're looking to – it's kind of like a heavyweight fight. It's like, look, just let me get back to the corner, and I'll regroup. Lamar's saying, let's get to halftime, make some halftime adjustments, and not give up any points. Because right now, McNeese is doing a phenomenal job running the football and pick and choosing what they want to do against this defense.
Well, you look at time of possession, and McNeese has had the ball almost 5 minutes more than Lamar. This defense has been on the field a lot in the first half. McNeese going to give it. No, going to keep it. Touchdown. Quarterback walking in. Leopold, they're not going to signal it yet.
Oh, I thought he leaned in and got it.
Well, we're looking at it from one angle, but if you're standing, I never saw a touchdown indication.
The ruling on the field was the runner was short of the goal line. Timeout. McNeese.
Wow.
The final of the half.
That's a great play there by the defense.
Again, you almost have to be line level to be able to see it. I mean, he looks like he's in.
He got in. Man.
Again, all he's got to do is break the plane with the football.
Then I wouldn't be surprised they challenged that one. From a different angle, from that angle, it looks like he got in. Like the ball crossed the plane.
But again, the best shot is going to be the one parallel to the line. And that angle is a little bit from behind, so I think it can be a little deceiving. I don't see any huge protests going on from the Cowboy coaching staff, although I do.
I'm about to say,
now I
see
Matt Viator. Yeah. There he is, calling the ref over, saying, hey.
Yeah, I knew. I saw it. I see it from over here that he was trying to get a challenge.
Asked for it. Now he's telling him, let's get off and get this done. So I'm assuming Fabrizio Pinton will come in as the Cowboys will settle for 3. That's a big escape for Lamar.
Absolutely it is.
Looked all but certain that they were giving up 7.
Yeah, you take 3 over 7 any day, or 6.
Pitton.
And they blocked it.
It's blocked. They won't even get the 3.
Nice.
Lamar comes up big.
That's 14.
With a block on a field goal that's a chip shot.
What was that, Huff?
I believe that was Andrew Huff, the linebacker. Let's see one more time.
That is the end of the first half.
Nice.
It is Huff. Man. What a save for Lamar. So they'll go to the half, tied at 7. We're going to see if we can't catch up with Lamar's head coach and Bob Slovak.
Coach, we talked earlier in the week, rivalry games are battles. What's your message to the team at half?
We got to start playing better. We're not playing good at all right now on either side of the ball. They're playing good, we're not. And, I mean, we're lucky to be 7-7 right now, quite honestly. We're just not playing well. We're not playing very detailed, very disciplined. Our kicking game stinks right now. We got to be better.
That's got to give you some momentum there, blocking that field goal.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. Thanks,
Coach.
Bob.
Thank you. Thank you. Back to you, Dan.
All right. Thanks, Bob. Appreciate Pete Rossamondo taking the time, and we'll catch up hopefully with McNeese coach Matt Viator as we come back for a second half of action. Stick around. We'll check out what's happening around the rest of the Southland Conference. We'll also talk a little more FCS football playoffs. All that coming up. p.m. Lamar and McNeese. The Battle of the Bayou is living up to its name here. 7-7. Cardinals get on top early in the first, but McNeese comes back, and they seem to own the second half. And no big surprise that this one has turned into a battle. Both teams, I'm sure, will have a lot to talk about here at the half as we see halftime festivities underway. Speaking of festivities, Dan Gresham along with Lemont Williams, big festival coming up. It's kind of a, if you've heard of the Festival of Trees, which is kind of a popular thing that happens this time of year, Lamar University does something, they call it the Cardinal Lights. Now, this is the actual opening ceremony, the kickoff event. That's Jaime Taylor, president of the university. There's one of the presentations from the big sponsor, ExxonMobil, and they flip the lights on, and you can see the family there to do it. Watch what happens. It's not one tree, friends. We're talking about dozens of trees all over the Lamar University campus. This is actually part of the drone show.
Wow.
They didn't do fireworks. They had a drone show. It was pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
But this is the 5th annual Cardinal Lights. What they do is throughout the campus, they decorate all of the different trees on campus red and white. And it's very cool. So from now until the first of the year, folks can come and drive through the Lamar campus and have a chance to check out the lights.
That's
it's just
pretty
a
cool.
little thing
That's
that you can do with your family. It's a very cool thing that they do for sure.
So we're in the holiday season?
Oh, yeah, it's Thanksgiving on Thursday.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, people start in July.
Well,
you know, but
I said since the lights got flipped, we're in holiday season.
Well, that's the way I feel, too.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely official now, this close to Thanksgiving. Let's talk a little bit about this day, in particular, Senior Day here, and, of course, the last regular season game for both of these teams, which meant, you know, you take time. You remember this.
Yep,
I remember this.
absolutely.
I mean, Senior Day, it's an emotional day.
Oh, no
I
doubt.
always ask coaches, how much does this affect, you know, a team? Because you do it right before the game.
It is an emotional day. A lot of guys reflect and just reminiscing on a lot of things, and it comes fast. I mean, you can see the bear hug there by the coach embracing his offensive lineman because it goes by so fast. Then you arrive as a freshman, you blink 3 times, and you're a senior walking in the middle of the field to get your action shot photo of yourself and taking it with your coach.
Yeah, and you know, every school seems to have kind of their own way of marking that time. And maybe Lamar does the same thing where they actually give the jerseys, you know, inside as well as those action shots. It's one of those things you'll remember, believe me, I have a little more time that you remember for the rest of your life, you know, as that time. And these seniors, and of course, McNeese had their senior day when they had their last home game as well. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back on the other side. We'll kind of recap what happened in the first half, talk a little bit more, too, about what's going on around the rest of the Southland Conference. seniors, not just on the football team, but also in the band, in the pep squad, the cheerleaders, you name it, all across the campus.
Everyone.
Look, these are all seniors.
Yep.
That are coming out to congratulate the members of their organizations, making their first or last appearance, I should say, at home.
And it's very emotional, too.
It is.
Very emotional.
We mentioned it is for athletes, but it is for all the rest of the organizations as well. Let's take a look around the rest of the Southland Conference, seeing what else is happening, and we can pick it up. A couple of games that were played actually on Thursday. We mentioned Southeastern with a win over Nichols. May have put themselves, I mean, that's 9 wins in a season. We'll talk about it in a second, but may have put them into the FCS. 38-26 over Nichols, the big rivalry game there. SFA and Northwestern, the two purple schools in the conference. SFA with a big win over Northwestern as they continue to roll, now finishing up the regular season at 10-2. And then other than this game, 2 other games being played. UIW with a lead 24-7 over Houston Christian, and East Texas A&M and UT Rio Grande Valley. And what a season for UTRGV. First time to ever play Division I football, and they have a chance to go 9-3 on the season. Congrats to them. The Vaqueros have come out swinging. And talk about support. It's been crazy good down in the Valley. They've sold out every home game, 12,000 plus every single game. All right, so we've been talking about the fact that this is the final game of the regular season, and now we get to postseason play, the place everyone wants to wind up when you start camp back in August, right?
Oh, that's the ultimate goal, is to get to the postseason, and Lamar is definitely one half away or controlling their own destiny if they can win this game against their rivalry, McNeese. But like you said earlier, Stephen F. Austin, what a phenomenal job they did this season with 10 wins, finishing up and clinching the Southland Conference, and also Southeastern Louisiana is still in the hunt.
Yeah, I mean, and this is not the first time. Some people say, oh, you can't have 3 teams from the Southland. Yes, you can. In fact, you only have to go back to 2014 when they had 3 teams in, and it's happened multiple times. So, again, the possibility, the season not over for 3 teams in the Southland. This game's not over. We got another half to play. We'll take a look at the halftime stats coming up next. show you it's pretty even, maybe reversing in a couple of spots. Total yardage is not even. But anyway, we'll get ready. We got a second half. It may all flip-flop. Who knows? We've got another half to play. Stay with us. Of Lamar University, Beaumont, Texas. Rivalry week here along the Gulf Coast. This one, 48th edition, stretching back to 1951. The question is, who wins? Number 48, second half underway, starting it tied at 7. Lamar taking the kickoff, coming back the other way, all the way back out to the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll go. And Dan Gresham, Lemont Williams. Lemont, that first half, really a half of momentum switches, wasn't it?
Yeah, it surely was. Starting in the
We'll talk
McNeese
about
head coach Matt Viator walking back out on the field. The first thing he wanted to know was, did we get a better replay of his quarterback scoring right there? And I go, well, they looked at it and couldn't tell if he was in or not, asked for adjustments. He says, on offense, we just have to stop getting stopped on the 1-yard line. We're moving the ball. As for defense, he likes what they're doing. They just need to keep doing it. They're in this game. It's going to be a great second half, Dan.
All right, thanks, Bob. You're right. Should be a good one. So don't go anywhere. Lamar will come right back with Hayden McCowan, number 14, sophomore quarterback, getting the start in this one. Lamar keeps it on the ground. Xavier Coleman refuses to go down. Big gainer to open the half.
And that's exactly what Lamar needs to establish here in the second half, especially in this third quarter, is a running game. Give it to your senior. This is his senior day. They got to go out with a blast, and watch this run right here by Coleman as he explodes down the middle, takes a hit, and keeps on ticking as he leans more for more yardage for the Cardinals.
So first down, out to the 42 for the Cardinals. Shotgun, going back to the same place, and a bounce off, big gain. Somebody said something to fire up some running backs and maybe some offensive linemen, because
I know exactly who said it. He said it at halftime. That was Coach Ross Mondo in a halftime interview with Bob. You can see the passion and the pain. And look
at this bounce out.
Yeah.
Big pickup before finally being pushed out at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, Lamar's coming out.
Lamar coming out.
Yep.
McDowell.
And what we're seeing is the senior leadership up front of the offensive line starting to establish themselves here right out the halftime, fresh legs, and the running backs are doing their thing as well.
And again, the running backs taking that option of bouncing out and off of the given position. You don't have to go right into the 2-hole. If you see it break down, take it outside. Work twice. Now Lamar fakes it this time. McCowan into the end zone.
Flag.
Interference going to be called on Shoes Brinkley, getting in front of the intended receiver.
Looks like Jaden Boyd was a returning receiver.
Pass interference. Defense. 15-yard penalty for the previous spot. Automatic first down.
You can definitely tell that he's trying to go deep on that one.
Get a chance to see that one again. It was pretty interesting going into the end zone.
Interference foul was on number 14.
See the play action pass roll out there by McCown, and the defender never turned his head, never recognized the football.
That was Joshua Robinson, the running back in the end zone. So now it'll be first down. Cardinals put it back on the ground. There's Robinson. Just takes it right up the middle for maybe 2. And a recharged Lamar Cardinal offense sprinting down the field.
Well, you knew Coach Rossamano was going to have him pumped up. He had a motivational speech probably at halftime to like, look, we got a second half here. We got a bunch of seniors. We need to go out there and show that we can play football. And they're showing it right here in this opening series in the third quarter.
McCowan with Robinson in the backfield. 2 wides to the left.
Oh,
fumble. I believe Lamar, looks like maybe John Hester, the right guard, fell on it. He did, so Lamar will retain possession. Lucky break.
Yeah. If not, that would have been devastating after this impressive opening drive.
So there you see McCowan in the huddle. We remind you that took this team on a 5-game win streak earlier this season before getting injured.
Prior to the snap, timeout. Lamar, their first charge of the half.
Not sure, a bit of confusion obviously in the communication, so forced to take the timeout.
It's obvious some confusion there on offense. You can hear Coach Rossamando through your headsets here up here. You ask them what are they doing and call the timeout.
Yeah, you see I don't know if they made a change at the half and they didn't change out the card in the sleeve. And when they have communication now between upstairs, downstairs, and to the quarterback, right? He wears on his sleeve a miniature version of the play sheet.
Yep.
So it's called, comes into him, he looks down and calls it. But if you get a call that's not there on your sheet, it's like, what am I supposed to do? So that leads to the timeout.
I guess that was the one thing they didn't update during halftime was his sleeve.
burn a timeout. So it's going to be 3rd down now. Goal to go. Ball resting at the 8-yard line. Coleman in the backfield. Hayden McDowell, lots of time, but has it batted down, tries to go back across the middle.
Bradford,
good rush.
Yep. That was Bradford, number 44, Dan. Got his hands up.
Philip Bradford,
Take
leading tackler on this team.
Take
there
a look,
he is.
Right out the middle. Pushing the center back and got his hands up. I think that's his 2nd one this game.
I believe it is too. So that's going to put Lamar in a situation. They don't want to walk away without points. So Ben Woodard will come in. Woodard has been spectacular this season, a 57-yarder. This one, though, goes down on the 15, so a 25-yard shot. It is up. And
Media
it is
timeout.
good. Lamar now taking a 3-point lead on their first possession of the second half, but not without issue.
Yeah.
Glad we got Jersey Mike's for the game.
Wait, does our mascot look like Danny DeVito to you?
Yeah, it does. That doesn't matter. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's, where the subs matter most. Freshly sliced right in front of you. That's what they're all about.
You on the cheer squad?
And upsy daisy. Yeah!
Ooh.
Oh, don't worry about me. Focus on those subs. Where the subs matter most. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Do you enjoy college sports? The athletes, the excitement, the competition? Protect it. Don't lose the excitement of national competition. Don't jeopardize women's sports and Olympic sports. Make sure your favorite athletes continue to enjoy the many important benefits provided to them, and ensure that we preserve and standardize name, image, and likeness rights. Tell Congress to pass the SCORE Act at passthescoreact.com.
Thanks for getting these sub bowls. Of course, no problem, big bro. Let's eat. Danny DeVito? What did you do with our uncle?
Well, that doesn't matter. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's. What matters most are these sub bowls.
Wait, has Danny DeVito been my brother my whole life?
I guess so. Don't tell Mom. Your favorite sub, hot or cold in a bowl. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
So Lamar comes out, goes 8 plays, 73 yards, stalling out and settling for a field goal, but taking a 10-7 lead here in this big rivalry game.
Got out to an impressive start offensively, Dan, out the gate. Back-to-back runs, really established himself here in the third quarter and kind of stalled out in the red zone, but 3 points is 3 points. You know, Lamar is pumped up on the sideline.
A lead's a lead.
Yeah, a lead. Well, you know, it's funny. It goes back to what Coach Rossamondo said to us in that conference call. You don't need 1 point to win the game, and you got to give up one more less point to win it defensively. So it makes sense.
Out. Dangerous return on the way. Cut back. Ooh, one person to beat. Off to the races.
That's it.
And to the house goes Ryan Robinson. What a return. Looking for flags. We got one down at about the 28-yard line, so this one might be coming back.
If not, what a run by the sophomore.
During the return, hold it.
It's actually Cameron
Return
Senegal.
team number 40. 10-yard penalty for the spot of the foul. First down, McNeese.
Cameron Senegal, one of the most dangerous return guys. I looked at the wrong number 1. But it's going to be all for naught as it's coming back on the penalty.
What a huge break there for Lamar special team.
I'd like to see that one again, even with the penalty. He cut that one back, and once he saw a seam, well, we saw his speed earlier in the game. Senegal, whoa. Tough break for the Cowboys. Now they'll have to go to work at about the 17-yard line. And we told you the story earlier. Cowboys losing their starting quarterback, Jake Strong, to an injury this week.
Ooh. Took his eyes off the football there.
Going with Devin Lippold and Alex Flores. Flores just a couple of series to start the game, and Lippold has come in and led this offense and led them to 236 total yards so far in this game.
Haven't really seen
6'3" redshirt freshman.
Haven't really seen Flores ever since he's, Lippo has really established himself. I kind of figured that back and forth would have to stop in order for you to have some success offensively for the Cowboys.
Maybe 2 on the carry up the middle to bring up a 3rd and long. Boy, what a difference between an 85-yard return and having to come and start at your own 17-yard line.
And facing a 3rd and 7 at that.
Cardinals making some moves up front. Rush 5 across the middle, pass complete.
See if he got it.
Going to be close. Oh. Logan Malden.
I don't think he got it, Dan. I think they're going to have to go punt it on 4.
Malden, experienced senior for the Cowboys. Second year at McNeese, but spent a number of years with Coastal Carolina. There he is with a catch, but solid contact by Paul Amodia to stop him short of the first down and bring in the kicking unit.
Yeah, Amodia was the safety net for the Cardinals defensively on that last play to stop him in his track and force a 3-and-out.
Got a feeling there's probably some special teams conversations going on during that possession for Lamar. Fusilier is going to take it at the 41, dances, but has no room. Will be pushed out, and the Cardinals will go to work.
Media timeout.
We have a timeout taken on the field. We'll take one, too. You're watching Southland Conference football on ESPN. has been exactly that to this point. Lamar now with their second possession and already got a flag. It's been a thorn in the offense's side.
Ooh. Full start. Offense number 60. 5-yard penalty remains. First down.
So third foul penalty called against Lamar on the offense. This one before they even get anything started.
You know, Lamar has to continue the success they had in the last series. They're known to jump out there, especially in the first quarter and third quarter, but can they maintain it throughout the second half is the key for their success.
Going across the middle that time. Trying to find Simmons, his intended receiver, just dragging across. Just overthrew him a bit. Aiden McCowan. McCowan now 6 of 14 for 112 yards. We've seen the sophomore from Rusk really show signs of being a solid QB. That time the blitz disrupts his delivery, going for Isaiah Jones.
We have a flag on the play too, Dan, as well. It just feels like Lamar just gets super comfortable once they get another lead each and every home game.
So another hold against Lamar. So
holding. Offense number 79. 10-yard penalty for the previous spot. Replay, second down.
That is Lamar's 7th penalty of the game.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's not something that third-year head coach Pete Rosamondo is going to be very happy about. Again, this is a team, too. You know, you got to think, not only are you playing for the title, you know, in this battle of the border, but you're also playing to move forward into the FCS playoffs. You want to go there with momentum. You want to go there with confidence.
You don't want to limp into it, right?
Nope. Bowden finds a sliver of light, takes advantage, pushes it all the way out to the 43-yard line. Fourth-year senior out of Waco.
Yeah, I haven't said Bowden's name at all throughout, especially since the first quarter. And that's really good read there by Bowden, being patient, allowing the offensive line to establish the outside running lane so he can be able to bounce through and pick up the first down.
You know,
or get close to the first down. Oh, no, nowhere near to the first down. I'm sorry.
No, because of the penalty.
Yeah, because of the penalty.
You were looking
had to look
at
the stick.
2nd and 100. You know, it was McCowan going to have to scramble. Does he have enough room to get the first down? He's going to be close. I don't think he's. I don't know. We'll see where they mark it. It's going to be close. They're going to get it to him.
He got it. Now they got the
smart heads-up play by McCowan, knowing where it's at.
He's a smart runner. I mean, but the thing is, if you're Coach Rosamondo, you don't want to see him run all the time. Because he's your franchise quarterback. I mean, you don't want him to continue to run the football and take those hits. That's why he's been battling injuries throughout this season.
Good size player, though, 6'2", 200 pounds, but not a running back. There's a running back right there. Xavier Coleman. Yeah, we mentioned Lamar really has a wealth of running backs.
Yeah.
Coleman, LaDamian Moore, Robinson, Major Bowden. And, you know, when it's clicking, it's a solid run game. And it gets in positions where, again, they're getting 5-6 yards on that carry, just like that one by Xavier Coleman. Now you're looking at 2nd and 5, not 3rd and 9.
Well, the reason why it works and it clicks when it clicks is because a lot of times these running backs come in with fresh legs. If you have a main primary back like they've been having the last couple of seasons here with Lamar, you know, you can wear down his legs and he can kind of run heavy. Now they got fresh legs. They can insert a fresh running back for get you 2 or 3 good positive plays before you can exchange to another running back.
As we mentioned, also opens up your passing game.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Coleman should be good for another first down. Of course, Lamar also content to run the ball. And eat the clock up here in the second.
Well, this is the Lamar football, brand of football that we came accustomed to in 2025. You get a comfortable lead or you get a 3-point lead, then you just lean on your big guys up front, your offensive line,
yeah,
and you eat away at the clock.
Grind them down.
Grind them down. Control the clock, control the football.
McNeese trying to find a way to come up with a stop or a turnover.
Ooh.
Look out. An invigorated Xavier Coleman coming out in the second half. The senior out of Willingboro, New Jersey. Last year, 11 games, 1 start. This year, he's seen a lot of time. It's a go again. Maybe for a yard. You know, and you look through the season, Lamar has been successful in the red zone 63% of the time.
Yeah. Good effort there by Coleman as he gets to the sideline, gets some refreshments, and recharge his battery, and they bring in, who is they have in the back there now? McDowell?
Yep.
Scat back.
McDowell.
Ooh, that would have been
McCowan
nice.
pushed down, no flag.
That would have been a nice setup. They go with the inside wide receiver bubble screen to Simmons, looks like, and it didn't really.
McCowan just didn't have the time.
It didn't develop the way he wanted to. He tried to buy some time.
Well, I mean, you know, as an offensive lineman, you're going to let the guy through. That's a whole cell of the screen, right? Let him go. So now it's going to be 3rd and 9. McNeese.
I'm Lamar.
Green 4, but will they show blitz? No. Going to stay content.
I don't know about that play call there, Dan.
Lamar again may be more than happy just to take another 3 off the leg of Ben Woodard.
Which is fine, but why not take a shot at the end zone on that 3rd and 9? A 50-50 opportunity to get a touchdown. Worst case scenario, you go Woodard on 4th down for a field goal. I mean, it was only, a 2-yard gain.
It'll put Woodard, once again, right back at the 15. They'll call it the 16. So a 26-yard shot for Woodard, who's now 5 for 5 this year from that distance. Make that 6 for 6, and the Cardinals take a 6-point lead.
Media timeout.
We'll take a break, come back, see if the Cowboys from McNeese can round up some offense here in the 3rd.
Credit Union One Free Checking has everything you need to bank on the go. Make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app. And get your direct deposit up to 2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account in minutes at creditunion1.org.
Save $13,000 on a new Ford F-150. Hurry to Silsbee Ford. We're going all out until we're all out of remaining 2025s. While they last, $39,015 for a new Ford F-150 Crew Cab. $39,015. That's $13,000 off. And get a $500 Walmart gift card with every trade-in, plus free window tint. So come to Silsbee Ford in the heart of Silsbee, Texas, USA.
So come get you one at Silsbee Ford.
Credit Union One offers everything you need to get the most out of your accounts every day. With digital banking, you can pay bills online, set up personalized budgeting tools, easily transfer money between accounts, and more. Plus, you can get paid up to 2 days sooner when you set up direct deposit. Get started at cu1.com.
Potential. Experience. Impact. Future. At Lamar University, we create unimaginable opportunities. The world is changing, and so are we. Come see for yourself at Lamar University.
I have always enjoyed an active lifestyle, but the pain in my knees wore me down. The pain I experienced made it difficult to stand for even more than 5 minutes at a time. I was so tired of telling my grandsons, I can't play now, Nana's knees hurt. Then I had both knees replaced at Memorial, and now I'm back doing what I love, making pasta with my husband, hiking, and spending time with my grandkids. Next stop, Yellowstone. This is my life without joint pain.
Well, we mentioned that Matt Viator is back as head coach for the McNeese Cowboys after being away for a decade, one of the winningest coaches in McNeese program history. And there's a look at some of the crowd out for this game. I bring that up to say in that 10-year period that he was the first time at McNeese, he never had a losing season. And this is a team now that would need a win here to finish above 500 in conference play.
You have to understand, too, Dan, before he left, there was no such thing as a transfer portal.
Well, that's true, too.
So the game is totally different from when he left, and now he's back with a losing season compared to when he had all that success.
And I agree. And I think that, you've got to rebuild your brand.
Yep.
You've got to rebuild your culture, and I know that the people over in Lake Charles are loving the idea. Let me tell you something. If you're not aware, and if you haven't been to a McNeese Cowboy football game, it's an experience. When they were the winning team under Viator back in the day, it was a place to go. I always thought of it as being Little Baton Rouge. I mean, it was kind of that. It was kind of like going to the Tigers Den, to LSU, and going to, because they love their football. They love their pregame. And again, folks in Lake Charles, they support their athletic teams. There's no doubt about it. We saw it last year, certainly, with basketball. In the last couple of years. And we've seen it in many other sports. But tailgating in Lake Charles before a Cowboy game?
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you.
Boudin and everything all over there.
That is a treat for sure. But, again, this year it has been a struggle. I mean, there's no doubt about it. They'd had a 2-game win streak going. Then last week, a loss to UT Rio Grande Valley, 28-13. Let's see if they can find some offense. Lippold decides to do it himself. Gets 8 before he's tripped up. We mentioned he's a big guy.
Officials timeout for an injured defensive player.
Yeah, it looks like number 9 is kind of shaken up after that play.
That's Marmar Evans, the sophomore safety for the Lamar.
Came in, didn't come in 100% head first, but he led, then he moved his head at the last second and was favoring his shoulder. Take a look at this play here as a quarterback, design keeper. Faulkner missed the tackle, and you can see right there, safety comes in and takes the shot.
Now, that to me is a classic D-back tackle right there, right? Your linebacker, it looks a whole lot different, but again, you also have the size advantage. There's Marmar Evans, going to make the tackle. He's 182 pounds, going up against a quarterback that's what did we say, 230?
241. Well, that's what they have him listed at, 241.
It's going to bring up a third down situation, 3rd and 3 at the 33. Now, we were talking about the fact that, this is such a good rivalry game between these two. 48th edition of the Battle for the Border. If you're not familiar, of course, there's a first down. A lot of it comes from the geography, just the physicality of not physicality, but the geographic location and separation of the two. You're only talking 45 minutes to an hour max between these two campuses.
Yeah, I mean, and also, if you want to break it down even more, 2 states, Texas versus Louisiana.
Yeah, I mean, go that far too.
I mean, football is king down here. Missed opportunity there.
Bobbled by DeVille.
Take a look at the replay here. Quick out pass and just took his eyes off the football, man. Just simple.
Yeah, I think he turned his eyes to the
sideline real quick.
Cornerback coming at him pretty hard there. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Cowboys had their work cut out for them coming here, not just for the season at 4-7. That one not going to work as Lamar defense doesn't give Senegal any room to build up speed.
Yeah, that was great home home field defense there by the Cardinals. Watch this here. Quick pitch to the receiver, and everybody just stayed home. Hamrick did a really good job.
I guarantee you're going to have to do something special to get around Ronnie Hamrick on the end. The senior from Wilburn, Georgia, playing his last home game for the Cardinals. Transfer, went to Texas State. Lippold has room, looks across the middle. Broken up by Paul Amodio.
Amodio and company. Everyone is enjoying them. It's the senior day. I mean, everybody's enjoying themselves, having fun. 3-point lead by the Cardinals, and they're playing with a lot of confidence right now.
Yeah. Broke it up. So punt team out. Here comes the rush. Narrowly away by Pinton, but a great kick. Hangs it up high. Fusilier going backwards. Now he can't find any room. Look at all the white jerseys. And Kendon Fusilier winds up laying on the 10-yard line. Yeah, McNeese coming into this one 15-8-1 playing in Beaumont. In fact, they have not won in Beaumont since 2019. Not that that really has anything to do with the outcome. I'm just saying statistically, records, not outcomes on this game anyway.
You know, this rivalry game is, you know, it's year by year, right? I mean, it's not really.
It's quarter by quarter.
It used to be dominated for the majority part of it by McNeese, but now it's kind of like.
Well, yeah, and again, you're right. I mean, you look back at the total all-time series, and McNeese easily holds the advantage in the series.
Yeah, but lately Lamar's kind of snuck in there a couple years.
They have, but I mean, McNeese 29-17-1 all time. Lamar, like we said, has won the last two, including last year. Crazy game, 26-24 over in Lake Charles. Clock continues to run here in the third. Fired up McNeese defense now. You know, sometimes that's what it takes to get back in the ball game, is for your defense to come up with the big play.
Big play and turnovers. They're going to need a turnover or two here in the second half if you're McNeese defense to kind of steal the momentum back and also get this victory on the road.
So third down, McCowan looks to the sideline, overthrows, but we're going to have a flag. Doesn't take a genius to figure out that it's probably going to be pass interference where it's thrown. Kendon Fusilier.
Yep.
Pass interference. Defense number 13. 15-yard penalty for the previous spot. Automatic first down.
So Cragen Bennett called for interference.
Huge break there for Lamar. Take a look at the replay here as McCown just steps in the pocket, goes deep to Fusilier. Defense back never turned his head, had his hands on him.
And there comes the flag. Yeah. So automatic first down. Moves it out. Back to the run off the right side. And while Lamar had success with that in the first two possessions of the second half, Cowboys have shut him down up front in this possession.
Yeah, but, you know, with Coach Rossamano and his staff, the way his philosophy is, as long as we're winning and we're controlling the clock, and it's a field position game for him. So it's pretty much is going to be like this until if they can hold on until the end. You know, he's not going to be
come and catch us. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much. He's not going to really take any huge chances offensively. Be conservative with the football, and might do a play action pass here or two. But for the most part, they're going to run it.
McDowell off the right side for perhaps a yard. Still going to bring up 3rd and 5. Lamar now with 300 yards total offense, 112 through the air, 188 on the ground. McNeese at 251, 88 pass and 163 rushing. 4th down will bring out, 3rd down. I got ahead of myself, but now 4th down. On the overthrow, trying to hit Bowden out of the backfield.
He was predicting the future, Dan. Yeah? 4th down now. Bring out the punt unit.
See Aiden not happy with the throw, but you can just see it. It's not the tight spiral you normally see from McCowan.
Yeah, so those are things that he needs to work on, especially in the offseason. I mean, he has a high IQ as far as football related, but sometimes his accuracy can be off, especially on quick out routes like that, and he was way too high for the receiver.
Stallings in for the kick. And for caught at the 22-yard line. Yeah, this might get a little chippy before it's all over.
Well, it's definitely a rivalry game now. It wouldn't be one.
I started saying, what would it be if it wasn't chippy in a rivalry game?
How many arm pads you got?
It's kind of, I think it's tape. It's kind of interesting. We were talking to Pete Rossamondo, Lamar's head coach, about, I asked him, I said, compare this rivalry to the rivalries that, A, when you were a player, and B, as a coach. And he said, this is as good as any I've ever been involved in.
Absolutely. He had mentioned a few, but he thought the fact that it's in the South, it's Texas, Louisiana, it's a really big rivalry game that he loves to play in every year.
Long ball going deep, picked off. Pugh coming back the other way, 50. 40, cuts it back. Content to go down at the 35 and celebrate the pickoff to end the quarter. Christian Pugh, what a way to go out on senior day.
Excellent job there playing center field by Pugh. And Pugh and his teammates are celebrating in the end zone.
Company.
Yeah, look at them. All the seniors out there having fun.
That is the end of the 3rd quarter.
So that'll bring us to the end of the 3rd. Alamodia having a hard time getting up. Lippold tries to go deep, and it backfires for the Cowboys. minutes of the regular season. Let's check in with Bob Slovak down on the sidelines.
13-7 Lamar over McNeese here as we get ready for the fourth quarter. You know, the Lamar 5-0, a perfect 5-0 at home here this season. All 5 of those games, fourth quarter games, several of them went down to the final minute. This Lamar team knows how to win in the fourth quarter, looking to do it one more time to cap off a perfect home season. Dan?
And that would be a program record, Bob, if they can do that. Go undefeated on the season, of course. Also looking to win that 9th game of the season, which would also be a program record.
A lot of records to be broken here in this fourth quarter if Lamar can continue to maintain this lead, 3-point lead, and pushing right now with this offense.
Out of the shotgun.
It's actually 6.
Oh. Out of the shotgun, McDowell going to give it off. Maybe a couple of yards, but Lamar's running game has really turned it up a notch here in the second half. And you're looking now, just looking at some of the stats through 3. LaDamian McDowell, 81 points. 81 yards. Xavier Coleman, 62 on 7 carries. And they have done the bulk of the work for this Cardinal offense.
My bad on that, Dan. For some reason, I thought McNeese scored the 3 points. It is a 6-point lead.
Hello, Philip Bradford. Introduce yourself. I don't think you have to. You've already made the introductions the first 3 quarters.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal first 3 quarters. Getting penetration and getting in the backfield. Ooh, that was a great hit. And knocked the helmet off. Man.
We mentioned leads the Southland Conference and is 20th in the country and tackles for loss. And he has been adding to that total this afternoon. Stadium lights on. There's a look at those leaders. Ronnie Hamrick in this game as well for Lamar in the top 5.
Delay a game. Offense. 5-yard penalty remains. 4th down.
So on the 4th down, Lamar will take a delay of game. But again, an offense who catches a big break, gets great field position, but can't capitalize on it. I'm really kind of surprised they didn't try a field goal. We have seen Ben Woodard hit one from 57. He's got the wind at his back. If they'd have put it down at the 40-yard line.
I mean, good point, but
but not enough separation.
Yeah, I don't.
I got you. End over end kick, fair catch called, but can't save it from going into the end zone, and will be a touchback. We'll take a quick timeout, come right back. Lamar again leading by 6.
Yeah.
Glad we got Jersey Mike's for the game.
Wait, does our mascot look like Danny DeVito to you?
Yeah, it does. That doesn't matter. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's, where the subs matter most. Freshly sliced right in front of you. That's what they're all about.
You on the cheer squad?
And up see Daisy. Yeah!
Ooh.
Oh, don't worry about me. Focus on those subs. Where the subs matter most. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Do you enjoy college sports? The athletes, the excitement, the competition? Protect it. Don't lose the excitement of national competition. Don't jeopardize women's sports and Olympic sports. Make sure your favorite athletes continue to enjoy the many important benefits provided to them, and ensure that we preserve and standardize name, image, and likeness rights. Tell Congress to pass the SCORE Act at passthescoreact.com.
Thanks for getting these sub bowls.
Of course, no problem, big bro. Let's eat.
Danny DeVito? What did you do with our uncle?
Well, that doesn't matter. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's. What matters most are these sub bowls.
Wait, has Danny DeVito been my brother my whole life?
I guess so. Don't tell Mom. Your favorite sub, hot or cold in a bowl. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
Got bottles in the trunk if you need one.
Oh, it's 13-7 Lamar in front of McNeese. And this one has been give and take from the very jump. And we are waiting now for play to resume. Good crowd. You see a good number of folks coming over from Lake Charles supporting the McNeese Cowboys in their season final up on the big old jumbo screen.
Yeah, they travel well. Football and basketball.
Let me tell you, they do travel too. I told you earlier, they love their sports in Lake Charles. Lamar, good crowd as well. It's been a good season. They have had some of the best numbers in the Southland Conference on a weekly average. We're going to see some changes, by the way, next year. We will go to 9 conference games for the first time in Southland history. That's my understanding. I think it still has to be passed maybe by a committee. But, you know, that's part of the problem has been they're only playing 8 conference games. So there's somebody you don't play. And this year, a good example, SFA and Southeastern. They never played each other this year. And they're 2 of the top teams in the conference.
That'll be excellent going into next season. That means all chips are on the table.
That's my understanding. There could be that it still has to get through a committee before it becomes final. But the problem is it eliminates one of those non-conference games, too, unless you play week 0. Oh, nice catch.
Yep, that was a good catch.
Out to the flats. Cowboys go. And see it one more time. Lippa going out.
Yeah, that was a good catch there by Echo, I think. That was number 18. Pitching catch there from the
Trey Eccles, one of the seniors on this Cowboy team. Now the give off the right side. You're just joining us. Again, Lamar and McNeese both scoring in the first half. Lamar in the first quarter, McNeese in the second. They go in 7-7 at the half. Lamar comes out, settles for 2 field goals to take a 6-point lead with 12 minutes left to play. Oh, nice run right up the middle. Look out. Got some room. Off to the races goes Ham. Still up, still running. Finally tracked down from behind. Great save by Andrew Huff to catch up.
But really good job there by Ham. Well, look at this run here. Counter play right down Broad Street, and it's all Ham as he breaks through tackles left and right. And look at Andrew Huff coming with the saving tackle from the backside.
Well, Kelvin Thomas had initial contact just past the line of scrimmage. But again, you got to give credit to the offensive line. That was a huge hole. Got a couple of good push blocks. Now, McNeese threatening. Keeper. Lippold stacked up after 2. Wow, that was such a huge hole. Ham ripping that one 50 yards. Here it is again, but watch how big it opens up.
Right
trap
there.
block.
Yep, the counter trap block, set it up. It was wide open down the middle.
His teammates already putting up the touchdown. They forgot Lamar's got a couple of speedy players.
Yeah, named Huff.
They get conservative, the Cowboys. 2 straight running plays stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So then if you're the Cowboys right now and you're the offensive coordinator, you're telling yourself we cannot just settle for field goals.
Yeah,
I mean, we're in the 4th quarter, less than 11 minutes to go. They need a touchdown just from a confidence standpoint alone. I mean, granted, they will get, tie this game up with a, field goal PAT for the lead.
You got to take the points where you can get them right now, right?
True.
I mean, 3 is better than none.
That is true.
And then you come back and still have the opportunity lots of time
to
score again.
But it comes down to mindset. The mindset is touchdown or nothing. If you're going into it with that mentality, you're going to get a touchdown. I believe they can get a touchdown here in this series. I just don't want them to settle for a field goal with the opportunity of really trying to get a touchdown.
Well, we'll see what they decide because it's 4th down. He came up short.
Oh, he came up short?
Yeah.
Oh,
about a yard short of the 1st down. So I think they settle for the field goal.
We'll see.
Maybe not.
Here it is.
But I believe
it comes down to mindset. And they're going for it. I try to tell you.
It's going to be 4th and 1.
Timeout.
Or you call a timeout. And you come back with the field goal team.
Their first charge of the half.
Yeah.
But again, my point is that you've got 9:17 on the clock. I get yours about momentum. But if I can have 3 and I still got time, I just move the ball down on you without any problem. So if I stop you, I get it again. I have the idea that, again, I'll just march right back down the field.
I mean, it makes perfect sense. I mean, get the field goal.
If it were 1 minute, 2 minutes left, and that'd be one thing. Only chance you had to win the game. But they have lots of options. Now, for Lamar, how many times can you face and back down the team? I mean, we've already seen 2 goal line stands in this game.
You've been saying they've been bending without breaking. Eventually, you're going to break.
Devin Lippold will bring them back out. Looking at a 4th and 1 with the ball resting at the 4-yard line. Lamar bringing everybody up front. Goal line defense. Man in motion. Lippold looks for a receiver in the end zone. Finds him. Touchdown.
I told you.
McNeese finds Reed Boyd in the back of the end zone. And here come the Cowboys.
I tried to tell you, Dan, it's all about mindset. It's touchdown or nothing. And McNeese proved my point. Look at the quarterback here. Rolls out to the right, had Ham in the flats, but said, no, I'm going for a touchdown to Boyd, the tight end for the Cowboys.
Who's double covered in the back of the end zone, still makes the catch. And here comes Penton for the point after. And the visitors from Lake Charles take the lead for the first time.
Media timeout.
14-13. Take a break. This one far from over. Don't go anywhere. It's the battle of the border. Lamar fans a little on their heels here, maybe stunned a bit by what they've seen transpire over the course of the last minute. Actually, 4 minutes and 26 seconds. Cowboys go 8 plays, 80 yards, and take the lead here in Beaumont over number 19, Lamar. Return back out to maybe the 24. And that's where Lamar's offense will go to work. What do they have to do to rejuvenate this offense? The offense that came out to start this half.
Go back to what they did in early in the third quarter. Establish the running game. They had Coleman. They had McDowell to get them going, which helped their passing game and helped the sophomore quarterback in McCown. They got to rely on the play-action pass as well to move the ball down the field.
Plenty of time. 9:04 left in this. Comes the blitz. Intercepted. Taking it to the house.
Wow.
Easy one. Philip Bradford. Touchdown.
Wow.
McNeese suddenly with a 2-score lead.
Ouch.
Got to see that one again. Intended screen, but did not fool Philip Bradford. He was standing there waiting for the pass.
Talk about a gift. Look at McCown right here. Pressure coming down the middle from the blitz. Right in the hand of Bradford. Wide open.
Walks it in.
Walk-off touchdown, huh?
One play. And then here comes the PAT. And if the Lamar fans were shocked before, they're really in need of resuscitation now. Wow. 21-13.
It's only right for Bradford to get the touchdown. I mean, he's been phenomenal throughout this game.
He has been the player that's made a defense for the Cowboys.
Another look at it. Blitz down the middle, right in the hands of Bradford. He just puts up the one finger and said, I got it, and I'm in for the touchdown.
Got to give a little bit of credit, too, that pressure coming up the middle by Macy Lewis. Really forced McCown, couldn't see, and threw it in the direction, and easy. Easy walk in.
Early Christmas gift, huh? Or Thanksgiving gift.
Well, and here's what moves the difference. Now it's 21-13. So now you've got unequal numbers going on here, right? It takes 2 touchdowns is not going to tie it up anymore. You're going to have to go for an extra. You're going to have to go for 2 somewhere, or you're going to have to put a field goal up. But you're going to have first thing you're going to have to do is find some offense.
ASAP. You have to find some offense like right now. And if you're the sophomore quarterback in Aiden McCown, you got to let that go. You can't come back into this series thinking about that last interception giveaway for a touchdown. You got to be able to come in with just a blank slate. Just kind of forget about what took place and just pick the offense back up right now.
And whatever you're going to do, you better make it pretty snappy, even though you got 9 minutes to play. Because McNeese is going to kill the clock as much as they can. Good pass, swinging it out to stop the clock to Isaiah Jones. Big explosive plays.
Maybe you miss.
Often turn rivalry games around.
Well, Dan, if you're Lamar, maybe you mix in a flea flicker or halfback, toss back to the quarterback, try to catch McNeese sleeping defensively, because quick out, short to medium out routes is not going to help. Whoa. Talk about running into a wall.
Big play up front, Tony Gibson.
McDowell ran into a huge wall.
6 foot, 295. Gibson. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and short. Lamar's got to have it.
This is a big 3rd down, even though Lamar has less than 8 minutes to go in this game. If they don't get this first down here, the crowd is going to really lose the confidence. Well, they got it.
Well, like I say, you score a touchdown, it's 20-21. You go for 2, and you can tie this ball game up. But maybe a little early to be talking about that. They pick up the first down, move your offense. We've seen this team, fourth quarter, as Bob Slovak said earlier, a number of times in these 5 wins they've had at home.
So, safe to say they need to start playing with a sense of urgency?
Well, I mean, again, 7 minutes, that's a lot of time. You know, we're not talking about three touchdown difference here. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion ties the game. A field goal and a touchdown wins the game.
That's good.
There's a big play right there past the 50. Coleman still on his feet, 30, down to the 26. And Coleman has been the difference in this running game for Lamar.
And what you need out of your senior on senior day, a huge run. Watch this Coleman run up the middle down Broad Street. No one there to be able to slow him down. He utilized his speed to get to the 3rd level for the Cardinals.
Here he comes again. Coleman picks up 6 and very close to the first down. Actually, it's going to be closer to 8 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 2. Again to Coleman, got a flag.
Yeah, I got a flag on the backside there. Up here.
Illegal substitution. Defense more than 11 players on the field. 5-yard penalty. Results, first down.
So Lamar gets the first down.
Officials timeout for an injured defensive player.
Get the first down off of the penalty. And again, there's plenty of time, 6 minutes, so.
I mean, when you have a running back like Coleman, senior, running the way he's running, I guess you just utilize him a little bit more. Xavier Coleman out of New Jersey.
Well, Coleman now with 112 yards on 13 carries. Yeah, I mean, that, you know, you was a 38-yard carry, 10-yard carry. That's 50 yards over the course of 2 plays. And it was all on him. Once he got through the line, second effort. But Lamar needs to punch this one in.
No doubt about that.
Again, the Cardinals come into this one ranked 19th in the nation, 8-3 on the season, looking to solidify that postseason spot in the FCS playoffs.
Touchdown. There it is.
Walk it in. There's that quick touchdown that they needed. Maybe this offense just needs some pressure.
I guess pressure busts pipes, or iron sharpens irons. And right now, Lamar is doing a phenomenal job running the football. And watch McDowell here, bounces to the left side. Great blocking, still in the outside for no defenders to be there for McDowell to walk in for Lamar's touchdown.
So touchdown set up by the efforts of Xavier Coleman, but it's McDowell who gets to do the deed and scores the touchdown. Now Lamar looks like they will opt to go for 2 and tie this one up. I would think the theory being that even if you don't make it, a field goal can win the game for you.
You will hope. Did they get it here? Oh.
And it goes nowhere. Bowden stopped almost at the line of scrimmage.
2-point conversion is no good. Media timeout.
So 5:41 left in this one. They call it the Battle of the Border for a reason. Jamal Williams, it's turning out to be one of those that's going to come down to the wire here in Beaumont, apparently. But we've got 5:41 left. And McNeese still holding on to a 21-19 lead after the two-point conversion.
I think the fans
stopped.
Dan, I think the fans are accustomed to.
You think so?
Yeah, heartburn.
Short kick, so McNeese is going to take possession. Looks like at the 25.
Good to see the students.
Of course,
out.
you know, you grind out a pretty good drive here. You could eat up 5 minutes, 4 minutes.
Yeah, that's the plan for McNeese.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, but not for Lamar. If you're Lamar, you want to get a turnover
Well,
or
yeah,
a three and out.
You need a 3 and out.
Yeah.
The question is, can they stop him? McNeese.
You better hurry up. You're coming down in 1 second on the play clock.
There's a big ripper. That's one way to do it. For the second possession in a row, Kobe Ham making his presence felt.
He's been doing that throughout the second half.
Yeah, he's now got 117 yards.
Yep.
So he leads all rushers in this game. A lot of pressure put on the Lamar defense over the course of this season. Should be used to it by now. Linebackers coming. There you see him getting to the hole. Lots of red shirts. Stops things up there. Ketron Simpson among those in the middle of things.
Now let's play devil's advocate. If you're Lamar right now, you got to be able to play very aggressive defensively and try to strip at the football, try to knock the ball away or do something to get a forced fumble or something to get the ball back to your offense. And if you're McNeese, protect the football at all costs. Do not let that football hit the ground. You want to protect the football and keep this clock running.
Going to swing it out. Here comes
That's good play
great play for Lamar. Kevin Thomas, the corner, read it from the beginning.
That was a great play.
Makes contact almost before the ball reaches the receiver. There's Robert Coleman, who started the season in the quarterback role here for Lamar. Pete Rossamondo calls him the toughest player he's ever coached. And he's having to watch, and that can't be easy.
I can agree. He's a tough individual. I mean, how many injuries he's been through?
Well, yeah. Since he started his career. Here it comes, 3rd and 10. Lamar showing blitz on the outside. Pressure coming. LaPolt makes the throw, but his intended receiver, Senegal, had fallen down, slipped on the turf.
And that's exactly what you needed from Lamar's defense, is the opportunity to force a 3 and out. Take a look at this replay here as the quarterback takes a 3 steps drop and just releases too fast as his receiver couldn't come on his break fast enough for the reception.
So now with 3:24 to play, McNeese forced to kick it away. And we've said it from the beginning, one of the most dangerous return men in the country. Back to receive the kick.
Is it his time then? Or he called a fair
catch called and taken with company at about the 18. So Lamar will have to make a march here if they want to get into field goal range. Would remind you, Ben Woodard has a 57-yarder this season. In fact, he is 3 of 5 from 50 and beyond.
Dan, this is the perfect opportunity for the seniors on offense. I mean, you got 3 minutes and 17 seconds to go here in the game before your career ends on your home field, led by a sophomore quarterback. You can't ask for anything better than this. You can move the ball down the field, seal this game with a victory.
Lamar trying to do something a little bit different, and it works to the extent that they pick up the first down as Ja'Cory Hyder, the big tight end, just rolls over the defender.
There he is.
Of Great story. Ben Woodard went to Texas Tech, started his career. Passes complete to Isaiah Jones in the sense that it got into his hands, but knocked away by the defender.
I'm just trying to figure out why go with a passing play on a first down. At least establish yourself with a running game. You can get 5 yards. That's halfway to go for a first down compared to now you're still at 2nd and 10.
Maybe it's the element of surprise. Now the running play. See? Cutting back the other way. Coleman to the 50. Xavier Coleman.
My point exactly. Give it to your running back and allow him to get the positive yards for you and move the ball down the field and control the clock. Excellent run there again by Coleman.
Coleman now over 120 yards. And I think either a timeout or a flag before the snap.
Full start. Offense number 58. 5-yard penalty remains. First down.
So Elias Ripley, the center, called for a false start. This is a guy who was second team, some people talking All-American status.
Another look at Xavier Coleman's running. Man, this guy's explosive. Running down the football field and picking and choosing what hole he wants to run through.
2-year letter winner at Boston College before making the move to Lamar. Going to give it to him again. This time runs into a player, but the thing is, he keeps his feet churning. Yeah. You know, he's one of those guys that first contact is not going to be enough to bring him down.
Not at all. The timeout? Oh, players down.
Got an injury.
Officials timeout for an injured defensive player.
Lamar, though, reviving the running game here. Coleman now with 131 yards on 14 carries. Lamar over 400 yards in total offense. 276 of that coming on the ground.
You can see right there this game, 14 carries, 136. That's MVP type status right there if they get this victory.
Now, it's interesting, we talked about that running back rotation for Lamar. I'm not surprised that they're not switching or bringing Coleman out the way that he's running. We were talking about Ben Woodard, 3 for 5 from 50 and beyond. 2 for 3, 40 to 49. 3 for 4, 30 to 39. So you've got to have a point. That is the question. What is going on here?
I have no idea.
And why
are you allowing your quarterback to
be slammed to the ground? And he'll have to come out of the game now because he lost his helmet.
That is the 2-minute timeout.
Down to the 2-minute timeout. How will this one end? Stick around. Find out. lost his helmet. McCowan has to leave the game. Lucas Powell gives it to Coleman. And he gets it down to about the 42-yard line. So McCowan comes quickly back into the game. Lamar looking to go for it.
They have no other choice, Dan. I mean, unless they're going to kick a field goal from here. I mean,
a 53-yarder?
Oh, they can definitely do that.
Well, they're not. It's McCowan, unless they're just trying to see if they can get McNeese to jump offside on a count. They don't.
Here come the blitz. There goes the game. Oh, there goes the game.
And Cowboys come up with a big turnover after Dominic Bolden can't hold on to that pass. He thought he had an INT for a minute there.
And turnovers on downs by the Cardinals.
And here comes the blitz. Cardinals don't pick it up. And right into the hands of Bolden. So turn over the ball with under 2 minutes to play. In fact, 1:18. McNeese with a chance for an upset of the season here in the Battle of the Border.
Man, rivalry games always come down to it. I tell you that much. We talked about throwing the record books out of the window.
Well, now, of course, all the Cowboys need to do is ride this one out. 1:14, they pick up a couple.
Timeout. Lamar,
will
their second charge of the half.
Have to burn up the timeouts. You know, you can do all the second guessing you want, you know, for play calling or decisions that are made, but it's not going to change the situation now.
No, not at all. I mean, time is not on your side, and it comes down to possessions and timeout. And it feels like right now, Lamar only has one more timeout left. They got to pick and choose when to use it.
You know, I'm curious, and of course we won't know till tomorrow when the Sunday selection show comes around. We're talking about FCS and Lamar advancing. You know, and again, there was no doubt that if they won this game that they would get in. That seemed to be a lock that they would get in. But the question becomes, if they lose this game, is there a chance that they get in? And, you know, is...
Timeout. Lamar, their final of the half.
Can you get in with 4 losses? You know, some people say yes. Other people say, you know, it's enough just to have those 2 wins over ranked teams.
It's definitely.
But will they also, will the, you know, selection committees look at, you know, the last game and say, okay, well, this is a team that was beaten by these other, you know, Southland teams or FCS teams, and they lost to them. You don't know how that works out, and you won't know until tomorrow, and they make that final announcement for those teams that will make it into the FCS postseason. If you're a Lamar fan, you'd have to be hoping that that's the situation, that, you know, it would be enough. Of course, it's a 2014 bracket for the FCS playoffs. Top 16 teams.
Timeout. McNeese, their second of the half.
Guess they're playing a timeout game right now.
Yeah.
Lamar called one prior to McNeese.
Well, it's 3rd and 5. Now the clock doesn't start until the snap.
That's correct.
So then Lamar now has no timeouts left. There's that, we were talking about the resume for Lamar. Is it enough if you don't win this game? There you see one of 5 teams with 2 top 15 wins over top 15 teams. 8 FCS wins. You know, some other national statistics that go into play there. But do they also look at what happened on the end of the season? You lose 2 straight. You know, I think on the upside, you look at the rest of the leagues, you know, and I just feel like their strength should probably be there. And I believe that's going to be enough for the first down, and the game is over.
Yep, that is it. Ham was initially stopped in the backfield, but that's the story of the second half. He kept his legs moving, picked up the first down, and just sealed the victory for McNeese on the road in this rivalry game.
So for McNeese, a huge victory for Matt Viator and his staff. We told you, it's been a tough, long season. And the first one back for Matt Viator. This is a guy who has a record at McNeese, 82-40 in 12 seasons. Now will be 83-40. And of course, now they will go to 4-4 in Southland Conference play. That's their first 500 record.
That is the end of the game.
2019, and that is it. This one in the books.
That's it.
McNeese travels to Beaumont, and for the first time since 2019, picks up a win in the Battle of the Border in Beaumont.
Yeah, impressive game, especially in the second half for McNeese, not giving up and finding a way to be able to show some grit and get a victory in a tough rivalry game here in Beaumont.
So I'm not sure if we'll have a chance to talk to the coaches, but again, our congratulations going out to those seniors finishing up their careers here at home. Any final thoughts on this one, Lamont?
Excellent season for Lamar. We don't know how the playoffs is going to play out until tomorrow, but 8 wins this season since 2014 is impressive. Another consecutive year of winning for Coach Rosamando and his staff, and they have a phenomenal quarterback that needs to develop in the offseason. In Aiden McCown, and I can't wait to see how things play out next season.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Tomorrow we'll be watching for, again, the Sunday selection show with no doubt Lamar fans, fingers crossed that their team gets in along with other teams from the Southland Conference. So that does it for us. Another season in the books. Thanks to our production team and all the hard work that they put in this year. We appreciate all that they do to make life a little easier for everybody. And thanks for the good work from the camera guys as well. And for Lamont Williams, I'm Dan Gresham saying so long from Beaumont, Texas, where again the final score, McNeese 21, Lamar 19. All games airing on the ESPN network, streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.